What's up, party people, to another episode of Who Asked You podcast. This is the finale for season 4. We've come a long, long way. You know, we've been building and doing our thing. Of course, I'm your host, Studio 2 Groovy. We got the amazing co-host, Kiki Akhenaten. And you know, we always bring it when it comes to the guests. We got Crown Gorilla in the building, Boss Finesse in the building, and Ayo in the building. And we about to get it popping in here. How y'all feeling today? Or tonight, I should say.
I'm pretty good. I'm just eating a little bit.
So, the first thing I would like to talk about, okay, is the Boosie situation. I don't know if everybody has heard about it, but Boosie was kind of talking a little crazy. And you know, he be on some I'm a real nigga shit, but sometimes you talk too much and you unveil stuff that really ain't cool. So I'm gonna attempt to show this video. And y'all know how I go. And then after we watch the video, we're gonna comment on it, and then we're gonna go into our subject for tonight.
And there he went. I think he froze.
He said that was gonna happen.
I had a feeling.
It always does. It was only 2 minutes in, so not that bad. He's gonna refresh and he's gonna come back in with the video.
He'll make his comeback. But I'm not gonna lie, I don't know much about the situation. I just heard it today. Not gonna lie. So
this is the first time I'm hearing about it.
Man, I just heard. The only thing I know is that he said something about giving that both of his sons are not virgins. I'm like, okay, which is wrong. They're like young. One of them is not even 15 yet, right? Like, or both of them.
But okay, is this still going?
Yeah, it's still going.
Well, my view, if you pay attention to when young boys start becoming active, and when their hormones begun, that's about 8-9 years old.
Yeah.
When they start developing where their tools are way before then.
Yeah.
So, like anything, I believe a parent wants to be in a controlled environment. But when I had that experience, I had to go pick him up because he wanted to be a show off. Mine. And do it in front of a classroom full of people. Yeah. But for real, I cried. They were like, come get your kid. I cried going to get him. And every drive, I asked him very personal questions. Did you come? Was it good? How did you know? Who's on top? How did you know where you were? And I was crying the whole way. But when we got home, my mate was like, I'm telling them. And they go outside with a pencil and some paper, and they're like, we're going to show a diaphragm of where next time you're supposed to put it and all of this. So I guess Boosie, me not even seeing the video, I think he wanted to be in the controlled environment to say, hey, this is what you're supposed to look for. This is how you're supposed to do it. And we're looking at it because, hey, they're kids. Yeah. And kids are supposed to grow up and be able to experience on their own. So I get it. I'm kind of in the middle on that. I'm kind of neutral because I think I would probably be, if I could have controlled that, I would have picked to control it and be present, being the one that has said, hey, this is how you do it so no screw ups happen.
Yeah. As you can just the basic because we all develop early. I've developed early myself. So I'm going to tell you what I got from the media. I don't know, so I'm not going to just assume. But apparently they lost their virginities to girls who are way older or something. Apparently, I don't know. Okay, that's
how it happens. They lose it to teachers, and I'm not saying none of this is right, but they lose it to teachers and babysitters and their sisters' best friends and their mom's best friends and their auntie's best friends and the neighbor next door. They're going to lose it. Hide and seek and bump into Miss Parker next door, and they're going to lose it. So I don't know. I don't know
either. That's why I'm like, I don't know what's going on.
I don't know. Show me the video. I want to see the video because I have no clue.
I don't know anything either. I'm just like, what is going on here?
I'm so thankful I got boys. Okay, so just for my children are 23 and 21. So this was a while ago. They're grown now. But I didn't learn. I thought my youngest was still a virgin for a long time. I think until he was like 15, 16. And he was like, nah, ma, I let some little chick blow on the flute. And I'm like, what? What? You fluting it up. So this happened in music class because I don't even hear that you lost it. I'm hearing where you lost it. You did it. But they're going to lose it. And I'm so thankful for boys because if I had a little girl, I probably wouldn't be this open. But I got boys. And sometimes that sexist thing happens where it's like, hey,
yeah,
he definitely ain't finna go set his little girl up. You think he finna go get a man or her to lose her virginity too? That's not happening. Boys operate different. Everybody knows that. The world knows that. You got a curfew and you older than him. But your curfew is at 12. He gonna get in to, you know what I'm saying? It's just different. Yeah. That's just how it is.
I hate that so much. Hi.
Hello, sis. How are you?
Pop in, guess.
He probably just refreshed his whole.
Wow.
Here it is.
There we go.
There it is.
Wow.
I can't hear. I'm tripping.
It ain't playing yet.
Oh.
It was just head.
Oh.
Yeah, that's all it was.
Eat pussy, all that.
Oh wait, I ain't see all of this. That ain't.
Yeah. We'll get to
So I
talk
didn't
about my
see all
son.
of this.
This is
I got my son dick sucked early.
Okay, so these
I got that
videos,
bitch early.
these videos,
Yeah, all my
that
nephews.
nasty
Ask any one
girl.
of my nephews, or any one of my nephews or my son who got them they first head. Big dog. Yeah, ask any of my nephews who got them they first head. Big dog.
What is wrong with these women?
Hey, I been got my son dick sucked.
okay.
What is wrong with these women?
My 9-year-old, 10-year-old, I showed all of them how to put on rubber.
Well, see, that's the right way.
I done showed my sons how to put on rubber.
Like, oh my
Trying to make a
Ain't
point.
finna get my son no motherfucking shit out here. I'm training them boys right. Ask any of my nephews. Ask any of them. Ask my son.
Yeah. They just live
12, 13, they got hit.
They just live right now.
Yeah.
Who been sliding?
That's how it's supposed to be. Yeah. Hell yeah, I got my fucking son dick sucked. You fucking right. Yes, a grown woman. Grown, super grown. Super grown. Checked his ass out. Checked all my nephews out. Super grown. Is she grown? She checked me out. Getting them prepared, man. Fuck that. I'm getting them. My boys, that's how they built like that. Yeah. I'm just saying. Don't you bring your juvenile daughter around here, she might get fucked. Sorry, I gotta keep it real. My son trained to fuck.
I didn't hear that.
He was dead. He trained to fuck.
Yeah, facts. I seen that comment. I said that one time. Like, how can I not hit the search button and see like books or something that I want to see? Like, why is it gotta be 1,001 pictures of random chicks that I don't know? Like, this is why it's for business only, and you don't even contact.
It's better than them watching cartoons. Yeah, that's why they got iPhone 11s. They can watch as much porn as they want. Yeah, it's better than them watching cartoons with two men kissing. It's better than them watching TV with two men kissing.
Well, damn, we got.
It's better than them watching cartoons.
Yeah.
It's better than them watching cartoons with all this gay shit on there. Yeah, I'm getting them out here. We raise them different. Yeah, y'all raise them on cartoons. Yeah.
I mean, it's one kind of on. I mean, bro, come on now.
Yeah, that's just how it is. That's just how it is.
No, it ain't, bro.
Yeah.
No.
We raised our children different.
His world.
Wait, who's we?
That's when he was like starting to get off
You
into
might got children watching them gay ass
extreme.
cartoons. Yeah.
That's
You
where
might
people
got
wasn't
Nas X
feeling
all
it.
over your room. And you with your kids, not me. Hell no. They got iPhone 11. They can watch porn all they fuck they want. They can watch bitches for days.
What you tell them? What they tell the women? What you tell your young daughter?
Everybody raised their children different. That's how I raised mine.
Okay.
Now,
Wow.
okay, so the conversation is really, is that encouraging pedophilia or not? Because I honestly feel like it does. I mean, I kind of see it's some, I'm not trying to be offensive, but it's some nigga logic in that. Like, okay, if you want to think of it that way, okay, it makes sense. But it's really pushing pedophilia. Like, it really is, to me. That's what I got of it. Now, y'all can say how y'all feel about that, but I feel like that's some pedophile shit.
Well, I think
All right. So, as like I said, a mother with 2 boys, there is a very fine line of, I wouldn't necessarily say pedophilia. I wouldn't say that, right? You have to look at, well, I know when I went to school, we had sex ed, and sex ed started in 3rd, 4th grade. So who's to say that this is not him giving his children sex ed? He's telling them how to put the condom on. If you go to the school, they're gonna put it on the screen, and they're gonna tell you all in appropriate ways and to buy the book. And then kids are gonna have questions, and then from those questions, they're gonna go behind the monkey bars, and from the monkey bars, they're gonna start kissing, and then their hand is gonna go in somebody's pants, and they don't know nothing about what they're doing. And he's saying, hey, my kid's going out here prepared. And he just threw a little cherry on top and said, when you get head from a chick, make sure it's good.
I mean, I feel that, but he literally was bragging about how he let a grown woman suck on his kids.
He did not brag about it. He kind of just said, yeah, fucking right. I let a grown woman get my baby head. Basically, the babysitter would have did it. She's about grown. The next door neighbor would have did it. She's about grown. The teacher probably would have did it. Now, guys, don't tell. I'm not saying it's right. What I'm saying is he just preferred to do what us parents are supposed to do. Educate at home. Before this time, where all of this stuff was so public, where social media was all in your face, now it wasn't then. And before then, they had rituals and ceremonies, and they had arranged marriages and all kinds of stuff that did the same exact thing. And they didn't prepare you for none of it. They just said, hey, that family has something this family needs, and we're going to arrange for y'all to be together. So y'all are going to figure this shit out and learn to love each other. He's saying, hey, let's do this right. This is what you need to do. This is how to properly put it on. This is how to go about it in the world. And when you do it right. But because he voiced it in front of everybody, he's promoting pedophilia, and this is wrong. Now, what I did not agree with was if your daughter come around here, your daughter getting fucked. So basically, that's up to the mama and them little girls to stay away from his kids and him. And to make their own decisions inside their homes. But I'm not going to ding him for teaching his boys, because many people are not there to teach them. And the women are so sensitive about teaching your little boy how to put a condom on that y'all ignore it. And they learn it from their homeboy. And he like, shit, forget that shit, nigga, because, right, forget that shit, nigga, because that motherfucker don't even feel right when I'm in that shit anyway, my nigga, you hear me?
Yeah.
He just throw it aside. And then he doesn't even put it on at all.
That's true.
I feel like I want to hear something from Finesse real quick, because I don't know why.
Yeah.
Finesse, he just looked like he had something to say.
If I can hear him. We can't hear you. Damn it, my phone.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Yeah, we can't hear you, bro.
Just pull the headphones and put them back in.
Bro, I don't know if he can.
He on mute. He on mute on his headphones. Yeah, I'm sure.
Hold on, I'm gonna text him. While I'm waiting on him, okay, I think he's gonna pop back in.
But Kiki, why don't you say something about this situation?
All right.
While we're waiting.
So I agree with him wanting to teach him early because yes, we do develop, but there is a certain way you have to do it. I just agree with the way that he did it.
Y'all hear me?
There were 2 grown women. That was very inappropriate. I don't think that it needs I don't like if you're gonna I don't know. There's just ways.
Y'all hear me?
Away.
We can hear you now, Finesse.
All right. So like I said, man, I agree with some of the stuff he did, but as far as the girl thing, no, because growing up from the side he from, I ain't been there. My uncle had me with grown females, and you know what I'm saying. And the way things is now, you go to a kid's school. My godson, he in elementary school, he kindergarten, and they teaching homosexual. They got homosexual classes for these kids, teaching them that shit. And I rather put my godson. I caught them watching some cartoon with 2 men in the house as they was married. It's a kids cartoon, and they see this everywhere. I bring females around my godson. Like, no, hey, she look good. That I talk to her. But I'm not finna force no sexual activity to my kids anyway. But at the same time, that's all we can do at this point.
Sound like
you gotta see where you at. From where y'all coming from,
right?
Hold on. From where they coming from, a lot of people that's talking on comments, y'all coming from a privileged area. I'm from the hood, where they teaching. We already fucked up in the head because of our situation, and y'all forcing this agenda on us. So these kids, they don't know no better. Only way we know how to teach them is the way we was taught. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, man, it's crazy. But the thing with the girl thing, nah, I probably wouldn't go for that. But I don't think that's right. But at the same time, it's not wrong.
All right. Yeah. Okay, Essence. It looks like you got something. You look like you got something you want to get off your spirit.
Well, listen. All right. First of all, his presentation was weirdo stuff. It was definitely weirdo. So it probably kind of confused us in a big way because, like you said, people grew up in different neighborhoods. So other people won't see it the way. But I found it that, I grew up in the hood too, so I found it as a weirdo style kind of delivery. But there's some pros and cons about it, because you still have to teach your daughters the same way you teach your sons. They still have to know how to, make sure a dude has condoms. You can't just teach a man how to use condoms and then execute your daughter.
Agreed.
He ain't say too much about the females, but other than she's going to get fucked when she come over here, which is, favoritism for, the men's side. We have to pay attention to the women as well because we procreate. So if they getting fucked, maybe your sons might forget that little key point to put that condom on, and now she's pregnant, and now you're in the courthouse for child support. So it's the fact that you need to teach the children not only just to put the condom on, but other situations before that, and after that. So I don't know. Like I just think that he was weirdo with me.
We got Blue in the building, so I'm gonna check out and I'm gonna bring him in. Okay. But Crown, tell the people how you feel about that video.
I don't know what's going on. I can't hear y'all.
Bruh.
He said he was getting ready to go check in on another guest. There he goes.
Hi, Blue.
There he goes.
What's going on, everybody?
All right.
Hello.
Say,
what up?
I'm getting ready to speak my piece on the Bootsy video, and then you can hop in. And if you've seen it or whatever you got to say about it. But say, I do respect that control thing. Like, I remember being a kid and my parents being like, even with like alcohol and weed or whatever, it was just like, no, do it here first. Because if you like wild out and you don't know yourself and you don't want to do that out in public, just like do that here first. Right. And then when it came to the sexual stuff, like, I got a lot of brothers and sisters. My dad was in the streets. So when I was young, 6th, 7th grade, I got suspended. And he was like, all right, I'm going to take you on a ride. And we went down the street and he was like, a couple chicks came out the house and he was just like, take your tops off and stuff like that. I'm just like, so it's a choice. Like right then and there, I was like, you know what? That's That's not about to be my run right now, all right? So like, he respected that, and I was able to do whatever I felt and whenever I felt. So like, nah. And then I mean, he exposed that same thing to my brother, and he like Will Chamberlain. Like I've said that before. Like it's all in that kid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everybody grows up at a different rate, I should say, or matures at a different rate. That's a better way to put that. Like me personally, I know for a fact whenever I went to boot camp, there was men in there that literally didn't know how to take care of themselves. Like they couldn't fold clothes. They didn't know how to use an iron. They didn't know how to wash dishes. Like they literally had somebody to either provide that service for them, or they literally didn't have to worry about doing that at all. Like some people have to worry about the necessities of building a household at a younger age, which is gonna force them to grow up or mature at a younger age. And like just like you said, like I wouldn't say that you wasn't fully mature enough for that situation, but I'm pretty sure you wasn't ready to have how you felt about that situation put out into the public.
Exactly. And that was the point I made. Like we didn't have all these cameras in our face or social media or all we had was you did something and mama got on the phone and now the whole family knows about it. That's as far as that went. It didn't go all and touch everybody else's household. So people were able to handle things a little bit more privately than what they are now. And they asked him and he answered kind of, of how he handled the situation. So, I don't know.
You can obviously see that's how he was raised around.
Right, exactly. I'm from there. I'm from Shreveport, Louisiana. Was raised in St. Louis and got to walk both sides. And some, like I said, some people were brought up and trained and raised to be positioned to be somebody's wife. And it didn't come at when they were grown. It came earlier. 9, 8, 10, so that's in some cultures.
Yeah, they were just being shown an example.
Exactly.
Okay, I wanted to make a statement, then I'm gonna bring the goddess back in. Can we kind of talk about how, because I had a conversation with somebody prior to Boosie saying this, and he was saying I ain't gonna say who said it, but somebody was like, let's not pretend that we weren't sexually attracted to teachers growing up. And I personally, it was a lot of teachers that I thought was fine, but I still feel like it is the adult's responsibility to not engage with the young kids' premature sexual, mind, So I'm gonna hop back out. I'm gonna put the queen back in, but yeah, can y'all expound on that right there?
I came in first. I'm gonna go ahead and go first. But nah, I definitely the teachers wasn't having it back in my days though. Like these days that we live in, any and everything can happen at the drop of a dime. You'd be like, man, I'd have never wait, oh my God, how many cases of that's going on nowadays? Like, that's how the world is nowadays. And I swear to you, it was like definitely beautiful teachers when I was young, but there was no way that was going to be happening. Like, better. Like, it's just not going to happen.
I'm sorry.
No problem. But it did happen. We just didn't hear about it because that kid knew if they said something about it, it wouldn't happen again. That's why it was a whole lot of it happening, but you didn't again have a camera in your face. It was a whole lot of it happening.
Privacy was more prominent.
Yeah, and it was kids that was like the teachers made the first move. Like the teacher seen the kid, and I'm not again saying any of this is right, but that's kind of how it went. Babysitter, mama, sister, auntie, friends. They could have got you. He's just preparing them. And for the attraction, it does go both ways. They knew as an adult that these were children, but they also didn't care about that they were children. They provided a service to the child's father that also provided them something pleasing in return. So this was a job for them. So they didn't care.
I want to say two things. Reflecting back what you said, like about. Okay, I'm gonna say three things really. I want to say something with my generation real quick, or like mine, or like a couple years younger, or whatever. So, oh my god, that fucking bird, bro.
Yes,
My bad.
Blue in nature right now.
Yeah, I'm out here in the ethers,
that's Florida's finest right there.
I was gonna say
Hey, chill out.
three things that happened like in my one. What Crown said, there were beautiful teachers in my school, and there were guys that would clown the hell out of them, and I'm just like, oh my god. Secondly, we had more cases when it came to men to the girls, which is normal, obvious, like that happens. But it's like we don't. I kind of wish that there's some girls out there that I guess can't control them. I don't fucking know. I don't want to say that because
they like what they like.
Girls
they like what they like.
Keep it trill. Hormones be raging. Keep it trill.
Yeah, like it's just that we talk about that girls kind of can be just as worse, or sometimes could be worse. There were girls that would come on to male teachers all the fucking time. There was this one time I was going to a show because I was in show choir. Okay, I was a below performer. It was a big group, and we were going to a play before we had our show. We went to a play as a group, and one of the guys was this hot British guy that was in the play. As soon as we were finished, all the girls went to him, just talking, saying inappropriate shit. Mind you, he was gay, so but they still tried. You know,
he was already programmed.
You know what I mean? And I didn't know until I saw them, but I wasn't paying attention because I was like on the other side. I like to hang out with the chill people, not the overly top girls or whatever the fuck. But I didn't know that until one of my friends who was like that, told me. I'm like, y'all really still try to, like, he's a grown man, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I noticed something was weird because even when they were talking, he was trying to move away. Like, okay, you guys are cool, but you're kind of scaring me.
You
right
could see the nervousness in them.
So it's like they really like girls. I don't know. I just don't. I don't know. It's just the fact that that's what I saw, at least in my school. Girls were the craziest. They
call it in Michigan, at least they say it's jailbait. When a younger, more promiscuous girl try to talk to an older dude, it's called jailbait.
Yeah, they call it that everywhere else.
Everywhere.
I ain't know if it was universal because I'd be acting like everybody from Michigan.
No, in all generations.
Yeah.
That's everywhere, bro.
Last thing, I want to say this. I believe our teacher is now in prison, or maybe I don't know what the fuck, but he was in prison for, I guess, multiple girls. And there's some other teachers. I'm gonna say two things. I'm talking too much, but I'm gonna say two things. There's other teachers that I've heard that try to go into young boys, okay, and there's another teacher that I've experienced inappropriate things as well. He says some things about my mom as well, and he will try to. He was touching my friend, like
creeper.
Yeah.
Did you say touching?
Yeah, he tried to touch me.
Look, Blue's like, I'll kill him.
My school is pretty small. Like, my high school's small. Like, our hallways are so fucking small. And it was normal for random guys to just smack her ass and just run. Man, nobody did anything about it.
Wow.
I'm afraid of having a daughter for that.
Yes, that exact reason, bro. That exact reason.
I will fuck somebody up, dog.
The queen is about to step in. Hold on.
We'll always be dress coded. We will be dress coded, being put in the blame. And mind you, my school is hot. It's hot. There's heat everywhere, but we're forced to wear sleeves. But the guys could sag their pants. Still, and I get dressed. Like, I got in trouble for wearing my shirt didn't have a collar, dress coded. So they don't. Like, honestly, it's just like my town, at least maybe the world, but my town, because that's where I've been, really do not give a fuck about women here. It's scary. I've only been in one relationship, and I was lucky to find a guy who was very respectful. Like, I didn't even know he existed in my town, but yeah.
And let me stick a pin right there where you just said that, because it sparked something. Like,
okay,
I literally didn't notice, like, just from having conversations and cataloging everything that I have learned in the past. Like, it's a lot of instances where you will know that somebody is a good person, and then their partner is just the one that's not gonna be. They're not gonna be the glue to the relationship.
Yeah,
For lack of a better phrase. Like, and you can't like. Okay, this is me personally. Me personally, I'm not gonna just come out and say, "Hey, you need to start doing such and such, such and such, such and such for your woman." I'm not that type of person. Like you really gotta notice how many like how can I get this out? You gotta understand how many people like literally are searching for a decent partner, like and doing it diligently, but can't because it's so much bullshit out here as far as people and mindsets go. And then when you finally do narrow it down, you got to make sure one of the couple things that go on in our community ain't traumatizing this person, preventing them from growing along with you. One, what we're talking about now is the predators out there. Like it's very prominent, and it's like honestly, people don't like to talk about it really. Like even if it's something that's bothering them, something that's hindering them, they don't like to get those things off of their chest. And like basically what we're doing right now is like literally the first step to solving every single problem that we got is basically accountability, find a solution, grow. Point blank period.
And people hold it in so long.
What did I spark? What did I say that sparked that? Because I'm like, whoa, what?
You said something about the females. You said something about the females. What did you say? It was something about relationships, and
I said it was me. I don't want to speak for like other people. I was saying I was surprised that I found another guy that was like in the same like
there we go.
as me. You know, I wasn't looking. He came out of nowhere. You know,
right.
So.
But that's the best.
And y'all just so happen to be cohesive.
Happen.
Definitely. So yeah. And we got to keep on.
Boss should be coming back in, but yeah, I mean that I think it's very uncomfortable because we don't like that is one thing that I think black family members don't never really talk about, and because people are afraid. Maybe people are like, damn, well, what was my actions considered creepy or pedophilic or I know somebody who does this, and so they're afraid of like speaking on it. But in order, like Blue was saying, in order for us to heal all of the things that you know our people have been going through, we have to talk about it for sure. So I'm gonna slide back
to like communication.
Facts.
Yeah.
Oh, Lex, can you please introduce yourself to everybody real quick?
I'm Maurice's wife.
Hello, Lex. How are you?
Fine. How are you guys?
Okay, where's that?
It's deeper when it's coming from the family member. You know, the family member's pedophile, being pedophile, and touching on, you know, the uncles and aunts and touching on them. Because that's an even deeper one.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so my question is how, because I keep hearing pedophilia thrown around a lot, and I'm trying to figure out how is what he's doing in that. Or are we speaking on the women's behalf that initiated the act?
Didn't he say that he let grown women?
Yeah, grown women do top off his kids. Yeah.
Right, that's what I'm saying. We're saying he's initiated it, and then they're actually acting on it.
If they want to be with somebody, they need to be with someone their age. I mean,
so wouldn't that be a different charge?
I believe both isn't right both isn't right. But if you're gonna do that to your kid, I would say I think you're definitely.
Yeah, that I mean, yeah. When
Mind
you
boggling.
when you
You're
bring
right.
that up, it might be not child endangerment, but
Yeah.
indecent exposure or something along those lines.
That's child endangerment, molestation. There's plethora of other things. If you say, "Hey, I'm going to teach you how to put this condom on," and then I'm going to go find an 8, 9, 10-year-old girl to top you off, so you know how to do this. So that's kind of speaking of fine line. But I'm saying, because she's like, "Hey," but I'm not saying that these things are right. But she's saying, why go get this older woman? This is why you can't get this child that age. That's on a totally different level. So for him to be a parent in a controlled environment, I understand what he's doing. So the women had a choice to do these kids.
Right.
Yeah.
They did have the option to say yes or no.
That's what I'm trying to figure out, where this pedophilia is coming on, like whose side. Is he like the welcomer, or does he should be like?
I'd say he is a welcomer.
Yeah, that's
because he's condoning the behavior, and then basically the woman would just be the primary suspect.
Yeah,
the offender,
doing the acting.
The actual offender.
I get why I'm confused too. Like it's like you're trying to connect the dots. Like
I'm like, what's going on? Like what?
Like I see it's just like, okay, we got to put this together now. Like all the puzzles.
Because I first am acting as a parent, and as a parent, not only to children but to boys. So I kind of understand. But I would say, yeah, he pushed a little bit, but maybe a whole fucking lot by saying, I'm going to get these women to do this act. I understand. You taught them how to put the condom on. You may say, hey, watch a little porn. You hear me? Because all of our porn, if you were around my age or older, was Showtime.
Facts. It was on TV.
Yeah.
You understand? So we had it right there. So no, we didn't have to go and pay pay-per-view or all of this. Our parents didn't even know we was watching this stuff.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So we're saying, hey, because let me because I just listen, and you guys, I'm not ignoring the conversation. I know y'all see me drawn and everything. I'm just really, really listening. And me being in the whole gay community, I just feel like, for the life of me, that is just too much gay shit on TV. Like, it's everywhere. And it bothers me. And it bothers me because we didn't see it. We made a choice about this. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have to watch a commercial about toothpaste and watch you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And see a woman come in and, you understand?
Yeah.
I understand.
I
understand the diversity that you're trying to apply. I totally get it. 1, 2 snap real quick. You know, we'll see that shit in there. That was a girl. But they pushing it way too much.
Yeah, and it'd be like had nothing to do with anything.
And that's
making that animal gay. I'm gay as shit, and it's too much. It's too much.
Yeah.
It's too much. Shit.
Hey.
It's so much that we don't even see the gay men on there no more.
I mean,
the gay men made their way on the TV. They go decorate your goddamn house. They give a straight man a makeover. They slide in a sitcom, but they didn't pressure no shit. No, they wasn't all over. Now it's just everywhere, just in your face, like they're trying to program these children just to be that life, to be hated. Like, this is crazy. Yeah.
And I'll say this, maybe because maybe what Boosie did was the extreme spectrum of trying to protect his children from that and teach them. But it is weirdoism for a grown woman to give a child head. Because
there's nothing wrong with him preparing his son.
Because if a guy gave God, the universe forbid, God forbid, whatever you want to say. If a man, I feel disgusting even trying to get
saying it.
Yeah, if a guy did that to a little girl, chop his head off. Period. It ain't no
But
politics.
it did happen, and y'all crucified T.I. Y'all crucified him because he said he was going to make sure his goddamn daughter still had her virginity.
Wasn't she 18?
No, I'm saying if a guy gave a younger girl fellatio, I guess, or however you want to call it, it wouldn't be a discussion. It wouldn't. He would be under the jail.
And I think T.I.'s situation is completely different.
Me too.
He wasn't getting. Yeah, exactly. That's the first point. And then he wasn't trying to get people to provide services for her.
But they crucified him yet and still because of the public eye. He did the same thing, prepared his child.
Right. But at the same time, Boo. Go ahead.
I'm trying to understand because usually it's the mother taking her daughter and putting her on fucking birth control and trying to figure out if she's still a virgin and putting her on that motherfucking pap smear table, knowing that shit hurts.
No.
Put her on that motherfucker because I need to see if she's still a virgin. That's the mama doing that to her daughter, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that, right? There's nothing wrong for that preparation to put you on birth control or the depot or none of that. Nothing is wrong with that. But y'all crucified T.I. because he went and made sure that his motherfucking daughter was still a goddamn virgin, and I'm gonna make sure she's still a virgin. And now here comes Boosie saying, "Hey, I got little boys, and I'm gonna make sure these little boys wear my fucking condoms, and I'm gonna tell them how to make sure you properly go ahead and do this." And then it's introduction to pedophilia when these are 10, 9, 11. Kids is gonna go out here and do it. So when is the right and wrong way to, as parents, you teach your children how to do this? Because I know the first time I got high and started smoking weed, my goddamn mama sat me down there and she smoked me. I was a motherfucking chimney. Do you understand me? And I knew that I was wrong.
There are some things.
When do you stop? When is the right and wrong way? How do you train your child to prepare for life without the scrutiny of other people because y'all are watching?
Because when you
do it privately. That's
privately, and when they're ready for it, you don't like just here goes a grown lady to practice on. Right. Like that's kind of wow. That's wild.
That's extreme.
That is like very, very extreme. Like I understand that you want your kids to be prepared and you don't want them to fall for that. If you don't agree with homosexuality, okay, then you teach your kids how you want to, but to have them I won't even say force, because like I said, when I was a kid, I knew I was attracted to girls. Like nobody had to teach me to be attracted to women. I was already attracted to women. Mm-hmm. So you didn't have to put a grown woman in a bed with me for me to know that I like that. Like it's
the programming and the behavior of the way we teaching these children, and even if they look in the background, so y'all said, everybody said they saw porn when they were younger. You don't know what people actually watching behind their parents' teaching. They're going behind the teaching and they watching gay sex or they watching straight sex, and they're coming up with their own ideas. So even if we did teach them the birds and the bees, however way we teach them, they're gonna choose whatever they want to choose
anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yep, so they're gonna perceive it how they want to.
Exactly. Tell them what's right and what's wrong. Monitor our children, because this is what we're supposed to do anyway. We're not supposed to be letting our children stray off too far. We'll be,
Right. But it also said it takes a village, and the village is critiquing the parent instead of helping.
Yeah.
So I don't understand. Everything is a critique. Like everything. Y'all critique Dwayne Wade, and I'm not saying you guys.
Bro.
Y'all said support your children. Let your children be creative. Let your child do what they want to do. Let your child do this. It's support your child. Nurture your child. That man doing that baby want to wear fingernail polishing, he letting them. And he's getting critiqued for that. So when are we going to stop doing that and we can pull stuff out the Bible and pull stuff out the word and do this and do that, but we're not standing fast to what we're supposed to fucking be doing? Where's the village?
It's disbanded right now. we in the process of trying to
it's disbanded. Bro.
I just
feel like, bro, that's his kids.
That's
his kids, and he got the right to raise his kids how he wants to, man. Them his kids. If he don't want his kids to be influenced or have any type of chance of being influenced by any type of LGBTQ, gay, none of that other. My kids, my girls, I tell them about boys. I tell them about my baby 7, my other baby 2. We talk about boys all the time. But I ain't introducing them to no sexual shit. But I leave that doorway open so they know. I teach my daughter on the masculine energy, like her mama, she one of them ratchet motherfuckers. So she think, I don't need no nigga. I told her, you need a man. You don't need them physically. You don't need them for no money. You need them as far as being proactive in life. You know what I'm saying? Continuing our bloodline. That's what you need it for.
Mm-hmm.
I
You need
believe
him just like he
Crown said
need
it.
you.
I believe Crown said it. It's totally about how you were raised. My best friend has
As
he's
far as the
a father of two. He's a father of two. And what he did, he prepared his children a different way. He took prepared them how to treat a woman. So he went out looking for girls, like Kiki said, the same age. Hey, can you let your daughter go out on a date with my son? That's what he did. He set up dates, and he was the chauffeur, and he basically taught his son how to treat this woman. You're gonna
That's
go
love
here,
though, right
and
there.
that's healthy. That's
you're
healthy.
gonna
Yeah.
pull out
But
his
we
hair,
all don't
That's
got
full
that
you're
though.
respect.
gonna do that. Some people, it is about the environment, and they become a product of their environment, and they know nothing different. So again, that's where that village comes in, where
Right.
we gotta stop critiquing and recording and do something different.
That's facts.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Well, you
We all
know,
need to come together instead of try to criticize everything we doing, man.
yeah, but you gotta understand, like, this is why these topics are being brought up because, the imbalancements that's happening. You shouldn't have to never be talking about it. We keep patting this stuff. We just keep applauding this stuff. And then when it starts to happen, now we have something to say later when we should have had something to say in the beginning. If the
Mm-hmm.
man wants his child to be gay, that is his child that's making that decision. He's just supporting it. So I'm pretty sure his father told him about the birds and the bees, but the young man made his own decision. Is it okay? That ain't got nothing to do with me. But the child's gonna make a decision. Not saying that just let him go and let him be, because the father is with a woman, but then again she couldn't bear kids. So, you know, at the end of the day, these are different avenues that they're going down. And what is um, I don't know. It's just the world is not going where it needs to go. We're going towards an imbalance of masculine energy balance, man, regardless. And we need to get this planet back the way it needs to be. Okay, we can't keep sweeping it under the rug. It's real. It's real. No matter how we critique it, no matter how we see it, children will not be created naturally if we continue this homosexuality bullshit. The LGBT is going to be the one to be okay with artificial intelligence because they cannot create children of their own. We have to prepare for what's to come. We have to teach our children. You want your children to be in a decent relationship, have a decent relationship. You don't got to show them what it looks like to be loved. Show them by mother and father and their children. These children are not being born with fathers at home. We got baby daddies on child support all day. We have to start
Big
there.
facts.
You want to raise your children, right or wrong, husband and wife, get married, show them what it's like to be in love. Show
And
them
you ain't
as
even
a
got to get
father.
married to do that.
You ain't got to get married.
Right.
You don't. 'Cause I don't believe in that shit anyway. I believe in the spiritual connection, divine connection. You don't need a white man to take you to do that. You're right. But we have to
Yep.
start at
It's the
home.
belief
It's
in this
starting
house.
at home. Just starting at home, y'all. I mean, it is what it is. I had a mother and father that was married. My mother stayed in and out of jail, but he was still supportive. She was on crack, and she's a good woman when she's not on it. But I still have brothers trying to temptation on me. You feel me? Cousins, because of the absence of unity.
Mm-hmm.
There was no outsiders. There was no friends at school and whatever until later that tried to attempt, to try. You feel me? So I don't know, y'all. I can go deep into this, my own experience, but we ain't gonna go there right now.
So let me ask y'all this, right? Do you, because I've heard it on both spectrums, and it doesn't matter the intelligence or the research or whatever level of intelligence they are on. A lot of people believe that some people are predestined to be homosexual. I
Mm-mm.
I kind I like I feel like there are certain people that are more like a man might be born more flamboyant and a woman might be more
Prince.
masculine, but I believe the act of sexual contact is where the choice comes from.
Yes.
I'm going to slide
I
back
agree.
out, but I want y'all to expound on that statement. I'm about to slide out.
So most of that stuff comes from traumatic experiences as youngsters and being forced to see all of that sexual stuff before they are really, really ready for it. Or it's the programming in the I was gonna say computer in the TV where they're literally seeing it all of the time, like Boss was saying or whatever. And then like they said before, you can't find anything in your DNA to prove that you were born gay. Like there's no way you're gonna be able to rip the strands apart and be like, "Oh, there was the gay strand. He had it or she had it." Like that's not how that works. So, like scientifically, it all comes down to choice. Period. It's all a choice. And I ain't knocking nobody for whatever you do. You do what you do. I know some dudes that's gay. Like I'm cool with them, but like that's as far as it go. Like I know the line. There is no line to be crossing in that situation because that person respects me. I'm gonna respect that person. If it's a female and she likes girls or whatever, I don't care. That's your way. Most people don't feel that way when it comes to it. Sometimes they want to just like squash people down and be like, yada yada yada. But I've dealt with some flamboyant gay guys as even working, like all of the BS that I would have to deal with. Like, come on, man, like you coming at me like a black woman and you're a white guy, all right? Like you gotta give it up, bro. Like, but go ahead.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, one thing that I can say that I have seen the most is like with every homosexual person that I have come in contact with, if the story has came up, their choice to become gay came from either they was being abused or they had a certain experience that they didn't like they just didn't enjoy, like it basically turned them off of it. So like that's literally it. It's all off of experience, and the choice is made at that moment, whether it was a positive or negative experience from it.
I have a question just because I have a friend who said this to me. Like it was around the time where it was kind of booming. He's gay, and I asked him, how did you when did you find this out? He just said, I would go to a mall. Those underwear packages where they have like half naked men advertising underwear. He just liked what he saw. He was like 7 years old. So that's like another percentage of people, like I like sometimes I wonder, what about nobody talking about like his side, because there are people that have the exact same experience as him. So I'm just like, okay, does anybody else have does anybody else have anything to say to that? Because it's just like everybody either abused or something bad happened. I'm like, okay, what about these people that just saw what they saw as a kid and then
they just can't like what they like?
Nah.
Oh my God!
They
Listen,
can like what they like. That's
why I'm like, so what do you guys have to say? Because I'm just like, is that how I have to be?
But what I'm saying is though, a lot of people that like what they like is because of outside influence. It's not.
I had absolutely no alpha.
I'm not saying.
Wait. Not because you said you gave two options. Either something happened.
No, I gave a different option. I gave three.
Those are just the two options
But
that
I'm just saying. But from what I hear but from what I'm hearing, to sum it up, is something traumatic happened for this individual to be like this, or if it was a choice, right?
No,
9 times, 8 out of times.
I was saying that it's probably an outside influence. Like I had my little cousin Joseph. He wasn't always gay, but he stayed. He was nothing. He was always around females. My auntie never let him be around his dad. My auntie never let him be around us. My cousins and them. And all he did was dance around females. I seen it happen to him. My sister and them can tell you today. All they did was dance in the room, listen to Beyonce, and now that's what he is. But that's from an outside influence. That's not from a traumatic. Ain't nothing ever happened to him.
So let me ask you this. Hold on before you expound on what he say. I also want to ask you, Ayo, because you're a mother, correct? So how did you always feel attracted to women, even though you we're with men? Like how I've always wanted to ask that. Like how does that work? I'm like very curious.
I'm interested in to know that too.
I've always been attracted to females all my life. This did not just start because something happened. Something happened is the reason I chose to date a man. From the outside influence, I was told that a man was supposed to protect me. A man was supposed to be my provider. A man was supposed to have been doing all of these shits, and the man was the abuser. So I already wasn't fond of men, but I gave men a try because this is what I'm supposed to be getting over here, right?
Right.
This is what I was told that I'm supposed to be getting. So no, I feel like it's in your DNA, just like every fucking thing else is passed down. That's passed down too. I know a whole lot of flamboyant, straight guys. Flamboyant as a motherfucker, yes, bitch. And they straight. It has to do with what was dropped. Before you became a boy, you was a girl. And sometimes just because your shit dropped doesn't mean your testosterone caught up with those droppings.
Exactly.
So sometimes you have these mixed emotions bottled up in you that confuses you, and you only know what's going on in here.
And you're right.
And the outside world does influence it, it's because you already been feeling it here.
You already feel that way, yeah.
That's just like they said, if you was a victim of rape, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna be a raper too.
Yep.
That's
what they say though.
But ain't true. So why the hell can gays be passed down?
By choice.
By choice.
And you can choose it by choice. Just like you can choose to be a sexual predator, egotistic maniac, a narcissist that goes around killing people because your father was, or you can be a detective that chases them motherfuckers. You hear me? Because you know how they work.
That's that stereotype though. That you gotta be.
It's temptation. That
you gotta be what you love.
It is.
Right.
Sometimes you be wanting to taste a little crazy.
You have to still accept who we are, regardless, because we were created this way.
Exactly.
You are not if you are a man, you are created a man. If you are a woman, you are created a woman. Now, if you choose to have sex with sex,
you gotta choose.
Your choice. Your
choice.
For. There's nobody else's fault. So you can't blame society. You can't blame the people around you, even your molester or whoever. You have to blame yourself. You have to be selfish. You got to be responsible for your own choices. So if
accountability.
I have a mother and a sister that is gay. They had their children. They dated men. However, whatever they chose. They never said it was in my. They never said it was in their DNA. That's different. But they said they chose to be with a woman because that's what they wanted. That's what they was attracted to. You can be attracted to the same sex, but that don't make it right.
Okay, I want to say this too, that this is an eye-opening conversation for one of the reasons why I always say that men have fucked up a lot, because there's no reason why somebody can be like, I like a girl, but I'm going to try men because that's what people say we're supposed to do, and then they give them the exact reason why they feel like they shouldn't date men in the first place. We be fucking up. Like,
but sturdy though, but sturdy. I feel it was already preset for a lot of this shit to go on now. Because first, before all this stuff was going on, we didn't have the NRQD. We had our own shit. But what they do, they took the man out the house, and then they put drugs in our community to dumb us down. And then they put drugs in more shit for kids that got ADHD because of the motherfucking vaccines. And now they introduce this in your brain. As a kid, you have most potential on your brain to develop. So as a kid, like my daughter now, I teach her Spanish. She only 2. I teach her French. We do all that shit.
And she's soaking it up, ain't it?
She's soaking that shit up. But so if you're a little kid and all you see is your mama and nothing but females around you, you gonna be flamboyant. And that's just what it is. So your DNA gonna soak it up.
True. That is not true.
It's not 100% true.
Hey, I'm not saying everybody. I'm not saying everybody. Not everybody. I know some little thugged out kids that stay with females and mama them and they bad.
But
when he flex on his masculine, that's all he feels.
They masculine, but like you said, but like at the same, you said a lot of kids don't like. A lot of people growing up don't got that masculine energy. But most of the kids that get caught up in that situation don't have it, and it's a big major percentage of them that be with women all the time. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
We cannot hold on, because I boss. We cannot like you said, bro. Like you said, we cannot ignore what our environment influences.
Oh no, I'm not ignoring that at all.
I literally saw that. No. I'm saying I'm agreeing with you because I literally saw this video where this little boy was in the backseat rapping lyrics with a toy gun, pointing it in the camera. And if his parents never did that type of shit around him, he wouldn't have thought that was never so that has to be like with mannerisms.
That's learned behavior.
Exactly. I'm trying to tell you. I grew up with my mama. Like I grew up with my mama having all these little house parties, and they was like talking shit about they men all in the circle at the table and all that shit. So I believe I already had like this misconception that men are wrong, men are bad, and it took my dad. It took me being around more men and more dad because even today I feel like sometimes I might have flamboyant tendencies that I know that I probably got from watching my mom. I know that
all of us do.
Like
you see our hair? You see how we dress our hair?
Mine's is cooking.
It's a bun, bro. It's a bun.
You see shit who's like wanting to have some good smelling deodorant or cooking and cleaning.
I cook clean all that, bro.
What is that?
Yeah, because somebody tell me, because can I say this real quick? I've been raised around, I've always been influenced and raised around nothing but men. I was never really on women, but I still like men, and
but it's not gonna make you
have masculine tendencies.
Like
I have to say
women.
That.
Yes,
you have masculine tendencies.
But you understand them though.
I have masculine tendencies.
What is it?
Know that for a fact.
But that doesn't make you gay. I know a lot of men that have all sisters, mama, grandmama raised them, and they're very strong. They're just really in touch with their own emotions because they were taught.
Right.
And
that's why we were saying. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
That's why we were saying that. That's why we were saying that the act of sex is where the choice comes in. I'm not saying the attraction is a choice because you can't control what you're attracted to at all. But you have the power to decide. Just like somebody might have the urge to kill a nigga, but that don't mean they do it.
They gonna do it. Yeah, you gotta act on it.
It's the
and your action is a choice.
It's all about choice. Everything sums up to choice. It's
I just sent something to everybody's inbox, and we need to say something about this video. The only person I don't have is AO, but I sent the video to everybody's inbox right now. Take a look at that right now.
I'm gonna check it out.
And you tell me how you feel about that situation, because I got flagged on Instagram for my comment for that today. And I'm not gonna lie, if I see some gay ass shit, I'm gonna point out some gay ass shit. Not trying to sound rude or mean or anything, because that's how I got flagged. But
is there any way that you can
I'm gonna say it too
because it's hidden?
It says unavailable. Found.
It's hidden.
Oh, because
it's unavailable because you gotta follow them.
Yeah. I forgot. But if I'm not mistaken, Stu. Hold on, I'll play it off my phone if I can.
Yeah, play it up. I'm gonna slide out so Blue Regard can come back in the building. I don't know if he's looking, but I'm gonna
go get a wife for me.
All right.
If they do go that way,
let me
how the fucking will do.
Now it's about to restart. Hold on.
Oh, I seen that shit too.
He's bent over in the locker room.
Hell no, bro. I couldn't.
Now look, he slaps his ass and then gets in the camera.
And what's that? Y'all know what that's called? Bug
gay
breaking.
ass shit.
That's called bug breaking. That comes from slavery. That's called bug breaking.
Oh yeah.
To show who more dominant.
Exactly.
Basically, when the slave master try to demasculate the other guy, like the toughest.
That's all it is.
Like the other guy or something like that.
And the crazy thing, we don't got nobody teaching the kids that about this shit.
Right.
That's why they doing. They
like
doing
it got me pissed off right now. Just that I had to even pull that up.
Yeah, bro.
But like that shit pissed me off today. Like, come on,
like
man.
YP said, trauma is transferred through
Trauma
DNA, bro.
passed down.
His parents through DNA.
Is.
They don't even know why they doing that shit.
It is.
And they don't
All
even know
of
why
that
they doing it.
down, and they don't. They have no
pissed
clue.
off right now.
The
They
parents
just think
have
it's
no
funny.
clue though to teach them. That's why everything keeps repeating. If we're not teaching the parents to teach these children, the cycle's gonna keep repeating. So nothing ever learns.
But we can't even go to the parents now because the parents they so indoctrinated. They want to.
Right. That's the thing with it today. Like we can't worry about the parents today. We have to go straight to the children.
Shit.
Yeah, we do have to go to the children because you go to the parent, you were liable to get shot.
Exactly. You talking to a wall.
See, look, check this out though.
Yeah.
These my daughters, bro. Hold on, let me show y'all. Let me show y'all. Hold on, wait.
No, Maya.
These my daughters. I do her hair. Turn around, baby.
Yes, sir.
I do that.
You did that, right? You did that, right?
Yeah.
You did that, right? Who taught you how to do that?
Yeah. My mama.
Exactly. So is that flamboyant tendency?
But at the same time, I had my uncle in my life. My dad was locked up most of my life, but I had my uncle.
But that's what I'm saying. So what? We never got that. What is flamboyant tendencies? Because I thought that was a wonderful trait that you had.
Oh yeah. No, flamboyant tendencies is more so overpowering and masculine.
When I say flamboyant tendencies, I'm not even saying that is a negative. I'm not giving that a negative, but that is when masculine are displaying more of their feminine side.
Yeah. And we all got it. We all got feminine side.
Yeah. I mean, what if their dad was feminine? And what if they didn't get that?
No, okay, that's not, I'm saying that that still gives credits to the outside influences that we were talking about.
Yeah, that gives credit to the outside influence.
Listen. If you're surrounded by rah-rah ass people who talk loud, who smoke, who drink, that is what you're more than likely going to do. Right. I'm not saying that it's the absolute because there is always variations on the rule, but you're going to be a rah-rah ass person, or at least be comfortable around that type of stimuli. That's
the thing I'm saying is,
you're going to think it's normal.
My uncle, he influenced the masculine energy. Like growing up, like, oh my bad.
Even if there's the two dads together do the child hair, they still gonna see a masculine man.
Right.
I think like this doesn't change anything.
Yes, Rondo.
So I mean, it's all based, like you said, it's all based on the choice.
Okay, let me ask you this. I'm gonna ask you this, right? Because I asked this to somebody before, and I really want to know. Because let's kind of turn the conversation a little bit. Girls, okay, it is kind of a stereotype that men like girls to like girls, right? I'm one of the few that I get turned off from that. I don't like that. That's not a stereotype. But every single girl that I have ever asked this question to, and I'm gonna ask y'all, and I'm gonna dip because I'm gonna let Crown be here. And I'm gonna dip. Could you date a man that you know have had sexual intercourse with a dude, or that like dudes? And I'm gonna dip.
Oh, that's a tough one.
Okay. Well, that's pertaining to me.
Look at I'm out.
Oh,
I'm out that one. I ain't got nothing to do with that.
He did that on purpose.
She said that is not my job.
I mean, like,
you a freak.
You know, listen, most of the time these young men are getting raped anyway. So no matter what title you make it, forgiveness is very important. You know what I'm saying? So if a man, if he chose to be gay, I'm gonna have to step back just a little bit. But if he was molested when he was young, grew up, traumatized, then yeah, I can see myself dating somebody who's had his back blown out by force, not by choice.
So there's a
big outlier.
But it's like a mental thing. Like in my situation, when I was younger, I got something happened to me when I was a little kid. My dad was locked up. My dad went around. But at the same time, you gotta have that positive influence to enforce that masculine energy, or you gonna fall in love with your oppressor.
Yeah,
And you
that's
gonna
so
want to be
true.
like your
Hassan
oppressor.
Campbell's
Big
type
ass
shit.
fact.
So true.
You feel me?
So true.
And that's what a lot of people do. Like a lot of people that be getting in like abusive relationships, they keep getting in abusive relationships because they
Yeah,
don't like it, but
they feel
that's
in
what
love.
they comfortable
They
with.
used to that shit.
And
They
if
feel
you
in
ain't
love.
abusive, they take advantage and they wanna
Yeah.
do some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Some shit that happen to. You know, they want to start fights and all that shit because they ain't used to that shit. They ain't used to not having to deal with it. You know what I mean?
Say that again, Essence.
I said it's narcissism, and narcissism is real.
Yes.
Yep.
Like I have I have a what they would call twin flame, a soul companion, who's like super traumatized from the head to the toe, and he cannot break free from that world. You know what I'm saying? And I've experienced, the similar situation in my life, but I overcame those demons. He did. So he's kind of dealing with, his physical, like, oneness or whatever. But I'm more balanced. So every time he comes around me, and he's also a narcissist, and he established that personality disorder through life. But when he comes around me, I'm in my masculine state. I kind of mirror him, but it's only because of the simple fact that the masculine side of me knows what's going on. I register his behavior and I identify it. So when he's angry, upset out of nowhere, I'm more like, you need to calm down. But then when he gets super aggressive, I still have that uplifting energy where I'm like, you need to calm down. I start laughing. Like, it starts to tickle me when he starts to express that anger. Because I overcome something he has not. And he's like, you're
Yeah,
like,
you already automatically redirecting that energy.
yeah, that shit's funny, yo. That shit tickles. That shit
That
tickles.
middle way.
Yeah.
Damn
I
right.
try to rock the middle way so much. And I ain't even gonna lie, I love my wife right here, but it be some days like, are you serious right now? It's like,
It get like that.
Wow.
and I gotta just laugh a lot of things off. But what that
Oh,
said is like that New York spirit and
yeah.
her lion. That's all her.
Yeah.
But you can't help but
Yeah.
to laugh that shit off because it's almost like you passed that part in your life where that shit just flow.
Mm-hmm.
And there's
For
some
real.
people that can't get past that part. You know what I'm saying? And they have not ascended past it and they get angry. They get envious of you.
I know, and
And
I
it's
know
like
it
they
do
want
piss
that
her
help.
off to laugh in her face.
They want that help, but they don't know how to receive it. You know what I'm saying? So they gotta heal
Know how
themselves.
to ask for it.
Right. Like he wants the help, but then when I give him the help, I don't know how what other way to give it to him if I'm giving it to him positive. When I get angry and I start to meet him at his level, he gets turned on. You feel me? And that's how I know he's still toxic and still gotta heal.
Matching energy.
Meditate with him.
When his spirit comes, because I experience his spirit more than I do his flesh. You feel me? Sometimes I think it's like a soul tie or some shit, but whatever it is, it's more of his soul coming to me. It's different. It's different, and it's more like it's showing me the real him and what he should be. And then when I meet his body, it's different. You feel what I'm saying? So it's definitely some trauma going on and he's 9 years older than me, so he grew up in the 70s, like 1997, some shit like that. I grew up in 86.
Mm.
So that's some, and he's trying, and I know he's trying, but it's too toxic. I'm not giving up on him, but it's too toxic. It's not
It's
healthy.
draining, huh?
I would just burn more sage in the house, but even with my wife,
Yes,
she hates the smell of
draining.
it. I just be burning mad sage
Man,
all of the time.
So we not
but
we
you
don't live
don't.
together. We don't live together.
And I got a big ass thing of lavender. Oh shit,
I
it's
get my
Kiss.
Yeah,
I
what
get
up,
my shit out,
kids?
but it is what
Here.
it is.
What up, dog?
Hey, look, I was listening. I got y'all on my TV. I'm over here repping for us.
Yeah,
Gang, gang.
let's get it.
So I've been watching. I've
That's
been watching
beautiful.
from the TV screen. But I just want to hop in and answer the question that was given. Has what did he say? Have we or would we feel comfortable dating a man who has been with a man?
Yeah.
Now y'all already know. I'm gonna keep it 1,000% because I just feel like people are kind of afraid to be honest and open about the things that they have done because they feel like they're going to be judged by it or whatever. Um, or even like you may feel like you are alone, like you're the only person that has experiences. But I have dated a guy that I knowingly knew he was with people of the same gender in the past.
And how was that?
How do you get attracted?
It really wasn't.
Kyle, you stupid. I hear you, folks.
Was he like?
I just got muted.
Was he bisexual?
Kyle, you dumb as hell, boy.
Or was he bisexual, or was it something that just happened?
You see how
But
y'all
no,
kind
that's
of
look.
reacting,
I'm gonna
right?
make that a real question. Let me address it. How do you get attracted to somebody that's not the masculine? Or could you be like, I'm not on some Prince shit, but like knowing like,
Okay.
I don't know how you explain that. You know what I'm asking. like how like your hairdresser and he's gay or whatever.
But
Like how y'all
maybe,
sitting there talking and then it's like, oh
I'm
boom,
saying.
I'm gonna go away with him. Go ahead.
Crown. There's some gay men that's very masculine. They're called the top, and you will not notice a flamboyant thing about them. They play basketball with you.
Yeah,
They
you
be
do.
in the gym with you. They be in the sauna with you. They be gay as a
That's
motherfucker. You
sad.
won't even know it today in the club, baby.
Yeah, you
So
will- sure won't know.
you ain't gonna change no roles. He's still gonna be the man because he was the man in that group on top though. So he's still gonna be the man.
Can I pick my character?
Well, there you go.
Hold on, Mama. Let me pick
Well,
up
there
your
you
first.
But I'm
go.
trying to figure out, was he bisexual or was this something that just happened? Is that something that
Yeah,
turned you on? I have a lot of questions about that.
I'm gonna answer. I'm gonna answer every question that you have. The thing is when he was younger, he actually experienced being molested. Um, so maybe it was like I know he was molested when he was in middle school by a family member of his, and he's always explained it to me like when I was younger. It's like I knew better, but I really didn't know better because to me at that young age, like this is my first experience with sex, and it's happening with someone who is molesting me. So it's like it's not right, but it's still good type of situation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So as he got older, he wasn't really talking he wasn't talking to
Who
me.
going first?
He had experience with a man before, like after it's somebody.
Oh, she froze up a little bit. Is she coming back? Nope.
Let me add when her stuff get done. Let me add this, and then I'll bring her back in. I think that is a conversation we need to talk about too, because a lot of young boys have been molested. Like myself, I was touched on when I was a baby. When I was in the tub, my grandma's boyfriend was caught in the tub naked with me, and I still have flashbacks. And I'm not really comfortable around a lot of men because I'm always thinking like, am I coming off as gay? Because that stuff happens. And like I said, I got a lot of like flamboyant tendencies from being around my mom and her friends a lot. So that's a struggle that people aren't even cognizant about, that boys who have been touched on by men deal with. So, but I'm a hop out and
But yeah, in the end, a lot of stuff do happen when kids are young, and gratefully, like my dad was only trying to put me around a whole bunch of women, like on some bootsy stuff. So like that just never happened in our household. And then like all of the sisters, I got hella brothers and sisters. All of the sisters are sought out like protect them to the end. You know what I mean? Like don't let nothing happen to them. That's just how how you're raised in certain households.
Yeah, I got a lot of brothers and sisters too. I got like 11. They wasn't playing.
Yeah, I feel this.
So there's definitely some temptation that was happening around seeing each other grow up, especially growing up in big families too. You know, curiosity bites the dust, man, because you know, just growing up as a male and female, going through your shifts, your physical shifts, your mind's not catching up and to rights and wrongs. So, you know, like I said, the society around us is programming us to be dumbed down. The people around us, family members, are not smart enough themselves to say, hey, look, I've experienced this when I was younger. I don't want this to happen to you. I want to protect you to the end. A lot of parents are not doing that. A lot of parents rather just run the street and leave their children, you
To
know.
raise their children.
Yes.
Yeah, they do.
It's either the streets are raising their children, the aunts, the grandparents are raising their children, but the parents are still trying to live their life. You feel me? So it's like we vulnerable. We were
And
vulnerable, and all we can do here and out is forgive and grow. You feel me?
exactly. I
It's
understand. That's exactly where I'm coming from. I ain't been in that whole situation, man. Just like Studi talking about all that. It ain't been in
what we
situations
talking
where, you know what I'm
today. This
saying,
is
all
what
that.
we did today.
You feel me?
You know.
But yeah, this is definitely a good topic for
Yeah.
the last finale. So we are definitely digging into the etchings of living.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Like, I'd rather teach my kids or inform my own kids about it than another motherfucker out of influence come to my kids first. That's all. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? And I ain't been out there in that situation with motherfucking family members and all that shit. No, it leave a distrust in your community. You can't trust nobody. You feel me?
Right. Can't even tell your brother like, damn, that's a nice outfit, bro.
You
I
can't,
know
bro.
work hard getting that one together. It's like,
You can't do
nah.
nothing.
Where?
You think niggas
You
hating
tell
on you or
your
something? Like, come
mama.
on, man. You feel me? You can't do
See,
that.
that's
You tell
exactly
your
how this shit goes
mama.
down in the hood.
All that.
You
That's
can't be
how
like,
it
yo,
goes.
I wanted them shoes, man. You rocking those. Like, what you say
Exactly.
And
that
like,
You
for?
can't,
and the thing
Go
you
I'm
kick
can't
your
saying
tell
is,
shoes
your
off. I don't
as
want
yeah,
far
these no more.
as
for
far as
real.
what as far as what
Yeah.
Studi's saying, like even us as men, this shit happened to us just like it happened to y'all. But we can't go to y'all talk about it. Y'all shame us. And I'm not saying y'all
Ooh,
exactly,
I want to
but
hear it.
females that
That's what
shame
I'm
us.
saying. I want to know.
So
Tell
you
me.
can't
I like
go
these
to
conversations. Tell me what
I
happened.
love
like you can't
conversations.
go to females and tell you what I'm saying situations
It
like
be
that.
the
You feel me?
ratchet females he talking
Right.
Specifically,
about. You
So
can't go to no.
But I'm not saying all. That's why I said not all,
Yeah.
not people
you
here.
gotta talk to the women.
And
But look where we at though. You know what I'm saying? Most of us is in the hood. That's all we got. Half our mamas ratchet. Goddamn. You feel me?
Big facts.
You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like as far as like with family, like bro, I raised myself, bro. I ain't had my people like that. I raised myself. Only person I really had was my
I
uncle.
love being an
You
outcast.
know what I mean?
I
I'm
swear
cool with.
it's fun. It's so
Biggest
fun.
facts.
But as kids,
Ain't
as
nobody
kids,
tell you nothing.
yeah. But as a
I love
kid,
my
you don't know that stuff
I
normal.
love my 24 hours a day quarantine.
Exactly.
Being away from
Yeah,
people.
I've been on quarantine all my life. This shit ain't nothing. It's a breeze.
We've been
I
comfortable with
love
it.
it.
Right.
Been comfortable. I've been doing this.
We
Been
the
doing this.
warriors around here. We the warriors.
For real.
All right,
Yeah,
kid. So you
we is.
said this was something that happened, and you knew it happened.
let
Was it?
me comment on that real quick.
You said what?
I'm talking about Chris. I was trying to figure out if it was
I
something that happened after middle school, because I know you said some incidents happened as he was growing up. So did he decide to go ahead and try it and see if it was something that he would enjoy, or what happened?
Yeah, that's how it was explained to me. You know, because he was kind of confused about how he really felt about what happened to him. He didn't know if he was truly having those feelings or if it was just like some type of traumatic incident that just left with him. And I just feel like too what he was saying when he said
Or crown?
like some men open up
I'm right here.
Men want to be.
I got kids. My kids in the house, and I love my kids.
Okay, check on them 5 minutes.
Men want to be open. Some men want to be honest about the experiences that they've had in the past, but they feel like they can't be open about it because they feel like they're going to be judged or ostracized for maybe their past experiences or even their thoughts.
Okay, so question. Okay, so I understand it was something that he tried to figure out if he liked it. So is he still trying it?
I mean, I have no. I mean, I'm not. He's an ex.
Yeah, so she not messing with him. Don't know what he doing yet.
He's still trying it. He's still trying. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm not throwing a shot. I promise I'm not throwing a shot. Let me tell you why. Because it wasn't something that happened one time. This happened to him multiple times. And maybe it wasn't forced multiple times. Okay? Maybe it was gentle. Maybe they told him some sweet stuff. Maybe he was confused. But maybe he enjoyed it and he wants to enjoy it. And maybe he's bisexual. And he has to explain if he comes to you, if he'd have came to you and been like, hey, Kiss, if he'd have came to you and said, hey, I'm bisexual, can we date? Would you have dated him?
To be honest with you, it's not even about someone being bisexual or nothing like that. Like to be honest with you, if you're not somebody that's giving me full on energy that I need, then I mean I'm not gonna give you a chance anyway. Like I'm just a very understanding person because I understand life. I understand these things. What I can say is that if a man chooses to be with me and dip and dabble, no, that's something that I would not agree with. You know, that's something that I wouldn't agree with. But let me say this: a lot of people are talking about masculinity,
but I'm not asking that for that reason. I'm asking because
those men that sitting behind those chairs doing y'all women's hair, doing y'all women's makeup, doing their lashes and their brows. Let me tell y'all something. 9 times out of 10, those men that y'all think are like 100% gay are being intimate with your women. And I'm not talking about just kiki ha. I'm talking about physically. I know because I got a lot of friends like that. You know, they see these are men. They still have attraction to that they see.
Hey, you can do my hair.
And 9 times out of 10, they freaking on your woman. I'm just saying, people like Prince.
That's how it works. That's how it works.
Prince wasn't androgynous man. What's his name? Prince was an androgynous man. What's his name? You know the scream all the time.
Little Richie.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, Lionel Richie.
Come on, help me
Little
out.
Richie.
Y'all know the
Little Richie.
There you go. Who did it?
Little Richie.
He dabbled a little bit, didn't
That's the question. Did anybody ever come out to say like, oh, they mess with Prince or anything like that, other than a pretty ass chick? You know what I mean?
Right. But my question to her was this, because she might have just been finagled. My question was, if he'd have came to her and said, I am a bisexual man, would she have dated him? She said no. But he came to her and said, hey, I had some past trauma issues. I need to make sure I don't like this over here. So I'm going to dabble over here. Is that okay? And you said, huh? And you said what?
She needs a refresh.
It's like no, I did not. What I said was, depending on that person and the energy that they brought to me, as far as, you know, if I could even see myself with them. But what I said was, if they chose to be with me and
She ain't having
still
that.
dip
And
and dabble,
download it.
no, that's something that I could not agree with. I can't be with a man. No,
Knowing that he got a man.
No, so he can't have another boyfriend. He can't cheat on you.
Lord, is the other kiss? Oh Lord, the other kiss is in here too.
Hello, kid.
Too much energy going on.
Too much.
no.
Too many. We overwhelmed.
Oh wow, that's all that's mean.
Look, she got her face made up. She looking all.
Hold on. I got something to say. Crown G, I was live. You're a moderator in my chat.
Yeah.
What was your antennas?
In here, where you think? Stuck here. I'm sorry.
What
I ain't
was
even
your
gonna
antennas when I was going live?
I ain't even. You didn't send me the link. I ain't get the link. Remember, we were supposed to talk this morning. I was working, doing mad stuff this morning. We had 2 seconds worth of conversation. Damn, I'm being banged on right now.
You said send the link next time you go live because I'm gonna share the link. That's what you said.
But you give me the link to even share. We ain't get the seconds to even talk today. I've been working all day.
She on your head top.
Yeah, she is.
You see,
I ain't even gonna lie.
it be you black man. It be you black man out here. It be you type of black man. Don't do that.
Who did it?
Everybody, if y'all don't
what
know.
What is the topic about? I don't know.
This is Kiss Cavelli. The topic is about we were discussing, could you date, you know how like it's a misconception that all guys like girl on girl action. I was asking, are girls okay, or are you okay if a guy had sexual intercourse with another guy, or that they like guy like they do that, they swing that way, but they like you too? And I'm about to slide back out and bring somebody back in. That was the question.
You got that, Kiss?
I don't think I'm the person to answer that question.
So would you date a bisexual man, Kiss? Kiss, come on, Kiss. You look like you got the answer. Would you date a bisexual man?
Coronavirus. Coronavirus. Listen, I know I'm pushing a little bit too much to have this type of conversation with a bisexual man. I love my vagina. My Yanni-verse is very sacred to me, and sir, that's a question you need to be having with transsexuals. I was born a woman.
But
where is that coming from? Who even made this topic?
But that's some women kink. Some women can have a man come in the room and have sex with their man while they're present and get off on it.
What is going on?
I gotta explain it because kids just coming in. This conversation came off of Boosie's video talking about. Listen. This conversation came off from Boosie talking about he had a grown woman give his kids head to make sure that they knew how to have sex and they knew not to be gay. Pretty much is what he was saying. So that's how this conversation came about. From there, it evolved from there.
Well, I think Boosie need to be worried about the sexualization of his son. Like, I don't know why he haven't. Like, Boosie is really turning into Dwayne Wade with me. Like, I didn't even hear that, but if that's true, he's literally turning into Dwayne Wade. Like, why do we need to know about that? That's a personal family conversation that needs to be withheld within the household. We do not need that information. Why do we care? If you decide, listen, the only reason why I'm saying this, let me give my disclaimer, is because I grew up in a Jamaican household and my mom as well believed that my brothers should engage in watching pornography. You get what I'm saying? She didn't hide it from us that, sex was a thing and, one day you're going to have sex. It wasn't taboo in my household. So it's like, we didn't go out and make a post and be like, hey, my brother's 6 and 7 years old and they're watching fucking pornos and shit like that. We didn't make that a conversation. So I don't know why Boosie, Dwayne Wade, or any other family member who wants to do whatever the fuck they want to do with their children, that they're entitled to do, as long as they're not abusing, harming, sexually abusing,
or exploiting that motherfucking child, which I believe Dwayne Wade is. I don't give a fuck what you do with your kid. Make sure that child got food. Make sure that child is healthy. Make sure that child, has what it has. But whatever the fuck you want to do with your jit, that's your jit. You get what I'm saying? Don't tell me to fuck about it. Because when you tell me about it, then I got something to say. And you're not gonna like what the fuck I got. That goddamn baby too young to be getting his dick sucked. Boosie, now you sounding crazy. You sound just as crazy as Dwayne Wade wants to exploit his son getting his dick cut off. You get what I'm saying? So it's just when you do stuff like that, you just go far on beyond. And some things is not necessary for the media because I have children as well, and I don't want my kids running across Zaya Wade and Boosie's son having a fucking dick swing contest. I'm sorry, I don't.
But that's the same thing I said. Everybody was doing all of this stuff anyway before all these cameras was in their face and people could broadcast it. So when you ask people that have an ignorant mouth a question and their unemployed tongue will speak to you. He said what he said and he meant what he said. If you never asked that man that question, he'd have never answered it. He wouldn't have just came on there. Yeah, I got my son. I got his dick sucked immediately. They put those videos over what he was saying because he was promoting his video. Nasty. And I actually like the goddamn video. But hey, that's how you do it. If you put fucking damaging information out there, damaging videos, they'll use it as they please. Talk about it as they please. And that's how shit goes.
Right. They're gonna chop it up exactly how they need to get their point across every time.
Listen, I only give a fuck when these people out here exploiting these kids, fucking on these children, you know what I'm saying, destroying these children. That's when I give a fuck. Boosie take care of his kids at the end of the day. The nigga got all 17 of them motherfuckers in the same goddamn household.
The same goddamn.
The same fucking household. You get what I'm saying? And excuse my little slumber. I've been drinking. I've been, I really literally freshly hopped off of my own live. So my shit low. I'm chink the fuck out, whatever you want to call it. But listening to this whole situation, it's like, no, I don't want a man who likes dick. I'm sorry. It's not attractive. I don't want a man who's okay with being hard around another man. And that just goes for me. You get what I'm saying? Because I want my man to be able to fuck on me the way I need him to fuck on me when it's time. And I don't need him acting like a female because I like warm, hard cock. Yes. Okay? And I don't need you bending over and telling me to slap your ass and doing all types of weird shit.
Well,
I want to say this too. I don't know how dudes.
Oh, look at the guy. Look at him. He is so cute. Hey.
Ooh,
hey, how you doing, man? He is
all right.
About two. Who said that?
Thank you.
Let me take him out of it.
But listen. I don't see how guys even do like run trains or nothing like that because I couldn't even get aroused.
Hell no. I would
another man in the room. Like I don't get that.
Okay.
That's one thing I never ever understood how dudes do that. Like that's weird, and that's low key. I feel like that's low key some homosexual tendencies. Yeah, like it really is. Like that's weird. Even the thought of like getting something after a dude is weird to me.
Yeah, that is weird. So.
I mean, you gotta ask your homeboys about that because y'all don't want to be having dick swinging. Who got the biggest dick?
I don't do all that.
Who got the biggest dick?
That's the wrong channel. It's on the wrong channel.
Yeah.
No, that's men in general.
No.
That's men in general.
So how about this? I watched a movie, and in that movie there was something called Boom Boom Chow, right? And Boom Boom Chow meant
what's the name of this movie?
Money Heist. And Boom Boom Chow, Boom Chow basically meant that it was okay
Maya, come here, baby.
to get together, get each other off, and go on their way, because that shit be happening. It do be happening. So
that's some Thailand shit.
Yeah, it gotta be.
Not no Thailand shit. That's all over this motherfucker, but them DLs and everywhere. Go to book clubs and basketball games and let's
I
go.
ain't say that's the only place it's happening.
What you saying? That's Thailand. I've seen on Black Mirrors too, where y'all playing video games and y'all done went in that motherfucking y'all know y'all men and y'all one dressed like a woman and some shit and y'all doing some shit. I'm just saying. Some people think it's okay. It's not gay for y'all to get each other out. And y'all,
Hey, emphasis on some people.
Some people.
that's what I said. Some people.
There you go. You gotta be.
There's some women that think like that too. Some women be like, I ain't gay, I just let her do
But I was just finna say it is some sometimey homosexuals out there. Like one week they wanna.
I personally feel like I technically go both ways, but I prefer to not be, I guess, categorized in a certain situation. Like I prefer to be like a free spirit. Like I love women, I love men, but like I don't like to be like feel like I gotta choose which side I'm gonna be on. Like
you don't like
you know, I don't like no labels.
Right.
I like to know that I'm a free spirit. Like I like what I like, and I have my own opinion, and I'm gonna speak it and stand by it. You know.
Right.
And you're right. See, everybody entitled to their own opinion. You feel me? That's when they come back to the choice.
Yeah, I asked that because there's some women that don't think they're gay, but they'll have a threesome with their man, and because that's not something they will go out and do for themselves, they don't think they're gay. But you just play with that woman in there several times for a very long time, but you just don't think you're gay.
But I ain't gay and I let a bitch suck my coochie too, though. I ain't gay. I ain't eating no coochie. I ain't sucking no titties. But it may be once in a time where I may let a bitch.
What you okay, you let that woman between your legs.
That's what she like. I don't like that
You
shit.
liked it too, though. You let her do it.
Oh God.
Listen, a tongue is a tongue for me. As long as it's wet, I don't.
No, ma'am.
As long as it's wet and it's clean. As long as it's wet
No,
and
ma'am.
whatever you identify as, bitch. If you were an animated, what you call it?
Animatronic
Object, like animatic object, whatever the fuck that word is.
Inanimate object.
Inanimate object. There you go. Thank you, Blue.
Okay, so what I'm
touch
saying,
whatever you want to touch, man.
you let that woman between your legs. Did you come when that woman was between your legs?
I did. I know that. I sure did. Thank you.
You bisexual, my dear. You're not.
Yeah.
You enjoyed that woman.
Yeah,
And
you liked it.
Am I bisexual? But listen, I would never put my mouth on the coochie.
It don't
Listen,
matter.
I find women.
You the masculine
So
side,
yeah.
the bi side. Yeah. Kiss ain't having it. She said, "Get that shit out of here, not on my plate."
I'm like, wait. Hold on. I'm not gonna disagree with her because if I enjoyed it from a woman, then I must have some type of and I find other women very attractive. And I said, if it ever come to me having a man, I would want to be the one to choose a woman to have a threesome with. I did say that. However, I'm not gonna put my mouth on no bitch pussy. I'm sorry. It's rules to this shit. You're not getting no head out of me, man. But I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna let that.
But the environment is going to influence that.
Like
I'm telling you, the environment.
And I'm pretend like you a man.
Huh? Because ain't no way she just pleasing just your man and she is crazy. Girl.
Listen, my man said that he just want to watch. He don't even like that. Okay.
Let me hold on. The question is, and I'm gonna hop out and bring other people in. The question is, so if you ladies are dominant force, would you be in a poly relationship with two men? And I'm gonna drop back out. And I want Kim. No, hold on. I want Kim to answer this question because she always said that she wants two men and just her. So I definitely want to hear her answer on this. Hold on, y'all.
I want 7.
Okay, so I'm polyandry. Yeah, I'm pretty much the dominant force.
No, give me that. Spit it out.
if I don't want to be that person to blame everything
Come
on,
in here and sit down.
but
Come
like
here.
people that have my placement, like in Mars, we
Come on.
usually feel very, very like comfortable having and
Tell the people where your Mars is.
best not to like you like don't take it when I say submissive, but I just prefer to just be the dominant force.
Oh, I like you too, LX.
Oh, I was like, what? But yeah, I just prefer just 2 men. That's pretty much the whole thing. I mean, yeah, I would. I mean, that's just what's comfortable for me.
So you would prefer 2 men in the house over a woman and a man?
Well, I'm gonna pull. Y'all got any other questions for me? I'm gonna pull out because I don't know. I'm hot tonight. Motherfuckers want me to put up all they goddamn panels. But I'm gonna pull up. I'm gonna be in the chat. And I love you too, bro. Mwah, 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 mwah. That's why they call me Kiss, because I be giving kisses out. I love you too, man. I love who fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Kiss, thank you for pulling in.
I fuck with who fuck with me. Period. That's just how I am. So you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna drop off.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let somebody else speak. Thank you for having me, Studio. You know I fuck with you.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful women, beautiful people. I appreciate it. But I'm gonna go ahead and go on to the next one.
All righty.
Appreciate you, girl.
Peace.
All right, Queen.
Oh, okay.
Get out of it. We love Kiss. Kiss is always full of so much damn energy.
He's hilarious.
She be going hard with
Okay, well, that was my answer. I don't know what he wants to see.
So, what was the reasoning behind not having 2 dudes in the? Well, because you said you wanted separate houses too, right?
Yeah.
No, I don't want it. Well, it doesn't matter to me. We can. I mean, whatever's comfortable with all 3 of us is what we're gonna do. Basically, you know, whatever happens, happens. So, I think the main reasoning is because if there was gonna be a girl, there's a good chance that you will want a kid, and I don't want kids. I don't want to be a parent. I don't want to deal with any kind of kids. So I think that's the number one reason. I'm not somebody's mom, and I don't want to be a mom. I'd rather just do my own thing. No children around. Like, you know, that's just why I chose that route. And plus, I just like I said, you guys know me. I connect well with masculine energy more than I do feminine energy. So, yeah.
Okay.
I carry more on my masculine side too.
Right now.
You know, I mean, I could see myself dating, you know, multiple men, but it wouldn't be on a sexual level. It would be more of like support. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it doesn't always have to be sexual. That's like,
right.
You know,
I
feel like polygamy and polyamory, like those relationships, that should be more focused for people that want to have kids, that want to build. I don't really have I don't have a reason to be in a relationship if I don't want to be around that. So I chose this route, and what I feel like is more comfortable for me. So, yeah, that's really cool.
Okay, so you basically like answered all the questions that I had about that whole situation, because I was wondering why you would only rather like only just have 2 men, and then like wouldn't want to have it the opposite way at all. But the fact that you said that you didn't want to have kids, it clears it up, because at the same time, like you said, if there is another woman, there's a big chance that it's gonna be like, I want to have a baby. So
yeah,
I understand.
And if that person wants to, if one of the guys said, you know what, I kind of have a kid, we can still be together, but he can go with that woman, and I can, you know what I mean? I don't like losing myself anyway.
Yeah.
I just can't do it. So
that makes sense. It's convenient.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's pretty. What the hell? Okay, but yeah, that's pretty much. That's like my number one reasoning. Number one, number two, like top 3, I guess you can say. Yeah. I guess I answered everybody's question. I said nothing.
Yeah.
Cleared everybody up.
I guess.
Okay, y'all. My next question, and I'm gonna hop back out because y'all know I'm like facilitating this conversation. Our natal charts important when it comes to picking a partner, whether it's a business partner, a relationship partner, or even friends. Is natal charts important?
Absolutely.
Oh, yes.
Hell yeah.
Oh shit.
Absolutely.
Hey.
Oh my God, you're fucking up, bro.
He's swapping the spotlight.
Oh God.
I'm just playing. But can I say this as an astrologer? Yeah. I mean, I don't want you. Here's the thing. Don't let it dictate your life. Use it as like a guide.
Yes.
Use it as a
Right,
guide.
as a guy.
As a guide.
There
Don't.
you go.
You know what I mean? For example, boss, don't be mad at me, but I don't like Cancer. But boss is an awesome man. Okay.
She read my chart, y'all.
I don't like water signs. I don't, but look, but these amazing people right here are amazing. Like you know what I mean? So it's just don't let it dictate. Don't be like avoiding somebody just because, mind you, your sun sign is only 11% of you. It's really your rising. If you're a woman, it's your moon and it's your Mars, and wherever in if it's placed in, I want to say the 5th and the 7th house. And if you're a man, it's your sun and it's your Mars, and if it's placed, I believe, in the 5th and 7th house as well. So your Venus sign, you know. So, and also, you know, in other aspects can work too, you know. So you can use it as a guide. See, don't just avoid them. Like, oh, you are your moon trines your Neptune. I don't want to not know. Like, find a way to work with that person. Just because they have that placement means nothing. There's different other placements out there that you can work with, you know. So
Still just math, and you can always find a new equation to get the answer that you need.
absolutely, that's just how it is. So don't let it dictate your life. Use it to guide. I don't like water signs, but these people, like, I read their signs and I see why I connect with them so much, just from the energy. Because there's degrees, there's, you know what I mean? What squares this? What trying, like, it's like, you know, different places.
My midhaven is in Gemini too.
I had to relearn math and science just to learn everything. So it's a lot more than that. So astrology is important. Just use it as a guide. You know, learn to work with people and love them. You know. So yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna cut this conversation at this point, but then we're gonna continue. We got some of our guests about to head out. So Crown Gorilla, say your piece, and Ayo, say your piece to the people out there. Tell them where y'all can be followed.
Because I'm trying to run out.
Yeah, all that good stuff.
Yeah, as Studi was getting ready to say, don't forget about the event that we have planned in Ohio. Everybody's welcomed. Say Stu's gonna be able to show at the end of the video our flyer and all of our information. Yes. Say we have a GoFundMe up we're trying to get extra stuff for the kids, like a bounce house and other random things for the event. Says a lot of this stuff is already taken care of, and we just want to get extras. But yeah, I'm headed out because I gotta go look at my new house. It was like I'm out here.
Congratulations on that.
Congratulations, man. Trying to get like you, bro.
Yeah, right.
I'm waiting on mine.
2 guns up.
You feel me?
All right, bro. Put your caps on. We going to war. I'll talk to y'all later, though.
All right, bro. Be smooth, bro.
Peace.
Yep.
Alrighty, I am gonna head out. It was great energy with you guys. Definitely loved it. Bubblegut's gone, definitely. But you can find me. It's businesshoney.com. I do websites. I teach people how to do websites. I teach people how to just do basic living, how to get money on the website, how to manifest, how to just get whatever it is you want to get. I do drawings. You can find me at my Instagram, I guess. I'm not all about the shout now shit, y'all, so I don't got it like lined out or nothing. I don't be just like drop my Instagram. My Instagram is my name, and that's Maha Aliel. MAHAALYEL. I'm pretty sure you can find it. So you can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Facebook. You can go to itsbusinesshoney.com if it's up and not crashed yet. Kiss Me First is an exclusive all women's playhouse. You can find some really good things in there, like particularly how to squirt, maybe. But yeah, and that's Kiss Me First. That's
Is
KISSME1ST.
women's only?
I might have to get on that, man.
It's for women only. Yeah.
All right, I'm trying to see some. Hold on.
I'm
All
still
right.
trying to see what's going on. Let us in on the secret.
Check the temperature real quick.
but it was amazing chatting with you guys, and I'm out.
You too.
Thank you so much for your energy.
No problem at all.
Nice to meet you.
You too.
Man. Take it easy.
Peace. Alrighty, so let's get back to it. The question was, is natal charts important when it comes to relationships, whether it's like a sexual relationship, business relationship, just friends, whatever like that. Somebody in the chat said that they're Capricorn rising, Scorpio sun. Shout out to the Scorpio gang. And Virgo moon. I got a Virgo moon too. That's dope. My Scorpio rising though. But that's fire. And in numerology, I'm a life path 7. I'm a life path 9. People should know those type of things to me. But go ahead, y'all.
I've never heard of not heard of like.
Well, life path. Okay, that is very important.
I never met a life path 9 person before.
Oh.
You're the first person that I know.
Yeah, I'm definitely a 9. Some people have differing ideas on what life paths are, because in my understanding is a life path 9 is at the end of its cycle, and I've probably been here enough, and this is my last go around. And I personally feel like this is my last go around, but other people have told me that that's just the energy of completion. It's not actually that you've been here before. I personally feel like and know that I've been here multiple times and before. But we got somebody else in the chat. She says she's a Libra sun and moon, Aries rising.
Libra
By the way,
Libra moon.
Shout out to all the new people who's been coming in here, commenting and joining us. We really, really appreciate that, yo. Like, that's so fire. Y'all been engaging. We've been going in, so we definitely appreciate that. So, Essence, you are really, really big in these energies, and I'm sure you break down natal charts and all that kind of stuff. So, how do you feel about natal charts and relationships and things of that nature?
Well, I mean, I'm not that genius on it. I'm a reader, but I read books. I tend to have, for some reason, my spirit led me to, study your spirit instead. But when it does come to natal, yes, I had got mine. My friend that did mine, and we did ours. It's pretty good. It's pretty good information to know about, but people will still become who they want to become beyond their natal chart. Okay, so you have to, I'm not saying natal charts are bad, but you tend to have to mix the energies now. You feel what I'm saying? Because everybody's shifting off the natal chart. You know what I'm saying? It's now more of the energy surge, where they're coming out of that physical body of your vessel is where you came.
You smell like fish.
Now it's like everybody's losing consciousness. Now that their souls are left their body, you have to read their energies now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They're not aligning to the portals they came in anymore because they're no longer in the vessel. You feel what I'm saying? People are more egotistical and not, conscious. So due to the programming, again, people are shifting out. They're ejecting out. But natal charts are good. So now we have to shift along with the programming. You know what I'm saying? So we got to combine the two together big time. But I'm a Virgo, so, it is what it is.
You say you're a Virgo?
Damn right.
Hey, Virgo moon. Virgo moon in the building. Okay, I wanted to shout out Real Gabe because this is another Scorpio sun. You feel me? We got to represent. Libra moon, and Gemini rising. You know, but because I always say like I don't have any children, but I cannot wait to be a dad. Like I only want
First son,
but I cannot wait. And I always said like I will definitely read their natal chart because the importance of it to me is that you can kind of cater their life a little bit to their natural abilities. You don't have to get them to struggle in things that you know that they're not going to be good at. You can enhance and make sure that you curate what's good, what they're naturally born to do. And I think our generation for sure are the first ones that are utilizing this. You know, like that we're the first to utilize this and understand and kind of what was I going to say? Apply the knowledge. We're finally applying the knowledge that we're learning instead of just saying, "Oh, that sounds interesting." You know, so that's why I think natal charts are so important. This chat going hard.
Yeah, it is going crazy, ain't it?
Before I let anybody else speak, I will be teaching how to calculate life path numbers in August in person. That is what I will be doing at Commit Fest. I will be showing all that information after, but I will be teaching how to calculate life path. So that's a good question. And yeah, Scorpio Sun in his bit, you feel me? But yeah, but yeah, y'all go ahead.
For y'all, Pisces stuff.
Okay.
You dig?
I heard Pisces Sun.
I heard Pisces Sun. I'm not sure what else. He's breaking up a little bit for me, at least.
No. Hold on. Okay, we have two astrologers here. So, Win and Will says, Can y'all tell me about Leos? Because I don't know nothing about astrology. And we have two astrologers, very good astrologers at that up here. So
me, you, or
Blue, go ahead and come out and then come back in. Because your volume was choppy. But go ahead, Kim. I'm sorry.
Me? Okay. I'm gonna be honest with you, Leos are like at least in my top 5. People gonna call me crazy, but I think they're pretty misunderstood. You know, in my opinion, at least like in the top 5. Leos are very, very naturally you're fire. You're naturally you're the sun, you're masculine energy. You are just this pure, joy. It just what's a trait? Because I'm not around a lot of Leos, so it's kind of hard for me to.
I'd say
they got emotional tendencies.
Like
yeah, you guys are big sign. You guys are very stable.
The heart chakra.
Like,
yeah, outspoken.
Very outspoken, very out there. You guys, it's not that hard for you, depending on your path, of course, to find that to just pretty much just know who you are, very unapologetically you. Courage, strength. You're the lion. It's just
right.
Because usually when I talk about Leo, sometimes I try my best not to just focus on just sun. I like to focus on all kinds of things when it comes to like a placement. Like I know Leo North nodes perfectly because I'm a Leo North of her, of course. So I know I'm just the bad side and the good. So I guess that's pretty much what I can give you on just basically just the courageous lion, ferocious person. You are like the true masculine, you are the sun. So it's like you guys just carry that fiery energy, and you guys are just naturally attractive people when it comes to your soul. Not a lot of people do that. That's why not a lot of people like that. That's why I feel like you guys are misunderstood. You guys love to just You guys are stuck up people. Why do people say that? You guys aren't like it at all. You know, you just know yourselves. People don't know the difference between self-confidence and being cocky. So don't let anybody tell you that.
Exactly.
You're amazing. That's what I can say. I'm not around a lot of Leos, but I do like say if I watch a YouTube video and I know I can just get their energy from the screen, they're a Leo and just like, oh, that extreme. It's a ball of freaking sunshine. You guys are the heart chakra. You guys are in the middle. You're balanced. The sun, the soul. You know, you guys are just naturally amazing people. I'm just going to put out there. You guys are probably, like one of the best of the zodiac. Top 5 already. So, yeah.
Essence, is there anything you'd like to add to that?
I mean, they can just be, you know, intimidating at times because they can be overly emotional and misunderstood, as she said. You know what I'm saying? But it's more like they just love too hard, okay? And it can scare a lot of people away. So Leo's can be some do that if they're in that feminine energy, they love hard, but some in that masculine energy run. Okay, they run as fast as you. Because they can love harder than an actual feminine, but they just shield themselves. You see what I'm saying? They protect their heart because they're feminine. So if your Leo is somebody who is very emotional, because they can tend to play with their emotions to feed off of their own. You know what I'm saying? To keep theirs activated because they shield their own.
If y'all like, okay, I'm gonna show y'all the 2 books that I use when I'm trying to not decipher people, but you know what I'm saying. You know, I gotta do my background checks.
When you're doing your
You know what I'm saying?
background checks.
The only astrology book you'll ever need. It breaks down each sign perfectly and how like relationships will match up and all that kind of stuff. And I also got this book right here. Birthday Stars and Numbers. This right here breaks people down to the T. I'm trying to tell you, I really, really recommend this book right here. It literally goes not only. Well, I bought them from Barnes and Noble, but you can get them off Amazon. I'm pretty sure. But it's The Power of Birthday Stars and Numbers, the complete personality research guide. Very, 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 very important information in there. Even if you want to learn about yourself in the highest number. Also,
that's where people should start in astrology in the first place, because that's
Right.
where you don't have to ask no questions. You already know.
And if like I said, I'll be teaching this, but if you are very interested in numerology or you want to learn a new science or anything like that, boom, right here. Numerology, the divine triangle. This is what I'll be on. This right here. So I recommend this book if you want to just dive deep and study. This is the book for you right here. Somebody is asking about Cancer suns. Now, I got beef with Cancer.
It depends with Cancer suns. Which kind of Cancer sun are you?
Like, I don't know.
Either you gonna be Sebastian the Crab, or you gonna or nobody's ever gonna see you.
That's like interesting, but that's
I'm not trying to slander cancers, but
I am Cancer in the house.
The Cancer.
Shout out to those Cancer sons, but y'all be tripping sometimes, you know.
I prefer June Cancers over July Cancers.
Right. Yes. Because the Julys, they I don't know, like they quick to use them claws.
Mm-hmm.
Woo!
very moody and like to project things. Like, say if they when they doing something, they're projected to the other person. I noticed that. Like, it's like you guys are saying, "Oh, you're being this," when you're literally doing that to that other person.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You're literally telling them what you're being, but you're projecting it onto the other person. And it's always July Cancer doing that.
They can't be mad by themselves.
Like, for example, because mind you, even though she's not an astrology person, she still feels like she has something to say about Geminis. She keeps saying, And mind you, I wasn't hurt. I'm just like, bro, what? Because I didn't understand. She was just like, you Geminis always say that you guys are fine when you're not. I'm like, that's you Cancers. You guys project. You guys pretend you guys are fine when you're not. We literally do not care. We're air signs. We don't care. We come up as emotionless, and yes, we have emotions, but that's just how it is.
Okay, so I got a question for you and Essence.
Okay.
About when it comes to that. So, how do I determine what kind of Cancer my moon is?
Huh? Hold on.
How do you determine?
I would
Like,
just say,
how do I determine what kind of Cancer my moon is? My moon is in Cancer. How do I determine whether it's gonna be the July or the June?
What time?
3:41 a.m.
I might say something completely wrong. If you're an astrologist and you in the future see this video, you can correct the hell out of me. But a part of me wants to say, look at your degrees, look at your transits, your aspects. See,
I never pay attention to the degrees at all. I look at everything else but that.
That's what I would say. I wouldn't say like where in July, because
I don't have it to the top of my head, but I know it's based off of the time you arrive.
Yeah, it's the time.
Mm-hmm.
So if you arrive somewhere like early in the morning, it's like, you know, around the time they call the witching hour.
Right. That's exactly when I was born. 3:41.
I'll read it. I'll read an excerpt.
You got a better chance of recovery, like through your life journey. You see what I'm saying? It just will take a little bit more time because it's got to cycle itself around.
Right. Yeah, and that's
But it's like it's all about the time that you were born.
She could be very wrong. I could be very right. I'm just saying that was just a guess. That's what I would do. I use transits and degrees to find out. Like, for example, somebody could be a Libra rising, but our degrees are completely different. We have completely different life paths. But if they're if they're close to each other, it's similar. That's why that's why I said degrees and everything. So,
yeah. Oh, real Gab asks, do we know about gematria? And the answer is yes. We actually have 2 parts.
Yes,
we
sir.
got 2 past episodes. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. We cover so much stuff. Yeah, we did 2.
And those are the episodes with Cole, right?
Yep. We got a special guest on there. Yeah, that's part of Gematria Effect News and all that. So yeah, we definitely got all the info through here. Let me see. So do y'all what is something like I'm trying to think of a good question when it comes to the astrology and relationships. Okay, do you think somebody's astrological sign kind of dictates who they are, or do you think it's kind of like a broad spectrum of what they could be or what energies they could display? If you get what I'm asking.
If they study astrology or not.
So do you think that they absorb the definitions that they read, or do you think they're naturally like that?
If they just got into it, yes.
Because I've been reading about astrology since I was literally in middle school. Like I used to my mom for some reason used to have her horoscope things up on her phone. So I would always look at Scorpio.
It wasn't for some reason. It was so you could see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because look where I'm at now. Yeah, facts. So yeah, I was wondering, do y'all think it's like it's natural, or is it because we know the information?
I think it's a little bit of both. You know, like me, I didn't find out about my astrology until I was like probably like a year ago.
Okay.
I had somebody do it for me. I didn't do it myself. And it read me to a T. You feel what I'm saying? It read me and my my life and everything to a T. But then once I got conscious of it, it became an action of I need to stay on that path. I need to stay on that path. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To that knowledge, you say, okay, my astrology said that I'm a good person and I'm gonna be the best friend to everybody in the world. You tend to want to do that to stay on that path. You know what I'm saying? But it could balance. It could be a little bit of both. You feel me?
Yeah, I agree with her because there are some things that I have that I don't. I'll be honest with you. I hate being some of my signs or some of my aspects. If I want to take it back a little bit, I found out what astrology was just because my parents were just talking about it. Like they were like, "Oh, you're a Scorpio, I'm an Aries," and then they put me so you're a Gemini, Kiki, and then I'm like, okay. And then I have friends around me that tried to get me into astrology because they said you'd be good at this. Why aren't you into this? And I'm like, I don't know. I just don't care. And then
Damn.
I did. I mind you, around that time I was a Christian, but I wasn't like whatever. But this was at a time where I was not a Christianity, and I was just like I'm gonna do my own thing. And there were some things about me that I didn't even understand myself. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna buy an astrology book, I'm gonna read it, and I'm gonna read for my sign and what I am. Like I bought an app first. I got an app, and it just told me what my signs were, and I didn't know what it means at all. I just knew that I was a Gemini Sun, Libra rising, Libra Mars, all this stuff. Then I got a book, read my signs and everything, my planets and why they're positioned and everything on my chart, and it just answered the questions about why, like about myself. Like I always wondered why. Um, I've always just like I'm gonna go a little deep, because this is the stuff that made me want to believe in astrology. Like, okay, this it has to be real. But I wanted to know why it was me that lost my dad early. Then I went to my chart. People who have this position tend to have this action because of this position in your life. It teaches you how to get here in your forecast. So I'm like, okay, so this is what I have to do. Then this is what I'm here for. Know, I hate it. I hate it too much. So I agree with her. It's a little bit of both. I know what I gotta do, even though I fucking hate it. Some of the things, I'll be honest with you, I ignore. I'm like, nah. I'd rather just fucking, but how it is.
It's gonna come back. It's gonna come back harder.
It is, and I'm very fucking listen. To anybody that's out there that's a real astrologist, I know that cusps are not important. I get that, but the energies are still there. I am a Taurus cusp, and I'm a Gemini sun. I got the stubbornness in me. Okay, I'm a very fucking stubborn person. So I'm not gonna like what I like. I'm not gonna fucking do it. So I'm not going. I rather drive myself crazy than do something I don't want to fucking do. I don't know. I don't know why I'm.
This is that masculine energy. It's a shit.
Yep, definitely.
But it's not your fault. It's people around you.
Yeah.
Parents that try to program you. You don't like the programming that you already have within you. You know what I mean? So by them trying to tell you something you already know,
definitely
you already know it, and you don't need no instructions from outside because you got that self validation. So when somebody try to validate you outside of you, you get shielded, and that's what you're supposed to do. That's a natural human behavior as well as a spiritual protection. So you have a physical shield as well as a spiritual shield. And there's nothing wrong with that. But just know you can't avoid your fate inside of you because then it's going to come back twice.
Yes, it already has. I'm gonna be honest with you. It already has many times. I'm just a stubborn ass bitch. I'd rather just drive myself crazy than do it because it's not what I want. And I know I got to stop that. But and also it's because the way people see me, they expect me to do this when I'm completely not that. But here's the thing about it, in my chart, there's a reason why they expect me to be that way because that's what I'm supposed to be doing. I don't like that. It's just confusing. I'm horrible. I'm horrible. I'm trash. I get it.
At least it's best. That's
just you.
Right. What? It'll get better. It'll get better from there on. When you admit, because you don't have to be around other people to admit to this. When you by yourself, you can admit this, and it will lighten up your load. And that's just that. It'll get better.
Right. You tell yourself the truth first, then you can tell everybody else.
Yeah.
I did it a long time ago.
Somebody else critiquing you won't have no power.
Yeah. Because I mean, like people always say that I'm impatient and overly emotional and that I have anger issues. But I feel like that's just maybe that is a Scorpio thing. I don't know. But I
I
just
think
be
the emotional part I think is a Scorpio thing because all the Scorpio and when I say emotional, I won't even put that in a negative light. Like
yeah,
I'd say
it's
like you're
passion.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's
It's more
Yeah, of course.
passion.
You're an October Scorpio. You guys are passionate. The November ones are the ones that are the fucking
Emotional wrecks.
yes.
I do get angry, and I do kind of have a short fuse for bullshit. But
Yeah.
it's like I don't like. I love hard. You feel me? Like when I care about somebody, I really, really care. So I think they mistake me being passionate for the my love for them, and this could be family or a partner or anything like that. They just confuse it to being me unhinged and being angry, and it's like, nah, I see the bullshit, and I'm not gonna not say something.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
I'm like,
People like they're just
They don't like
they're
your
underdeveloped. They just don't see that. They don't sometimes they don't want to. They
They
just
don't. Yeah, of course they don't want to see
ignorant
it.
and fucking not be told
They're
shit.
underdeveloped.
and
Yeah.
I'll be like,
But that's
go
what
ahead.
happens when you're around a bunch of codependent people. You see, I love hard too. I'm good with people, but when they
Mhm.
get too attached to me, I have to distance myself. So what you do is you naturally distance yourself from these people you see trying to attach themselves to you.
Yes.
But that's not,
Mm-hmm.
you just keep that good heart. You see
I
what
swear, I be trying to get cause I'm the type of person. If I'm around people too much, I start getting anxious and I start having anxiety and shit. And I'll be
Bro,
like, just leave me, let me sit here.
give me some
I'm
air,
cool.
goddamn.
Let me
You
just
feel
vibe.
me?
Like I'm good. Like I don't like having meaningless conversations. Like I love talking to y'all because y'all are equally intelligent and y'all are bouncing that
On the
energy back
same
and
level, you
forth.
feel me? We
Yeah,
got the
but
same frequency.
somebody just keep talking to me about shit I don't care about, or I keep giving the same answer in different ways, I get annoyed.
After
Oh
my third
God.
hell, yeah.
Bro, come
I'll be
on,
like,
man. You
yeah,
feel me?
the
Right,
third, yeah,
right,
that's
right.
yeah, bro, I get it. Yeah, man.
Right.
Like I don't want to keep saying that shit, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Like, yeah.
You feel me?
yeah, you feel?
Like, bro, you feel me?
But it's
Like,
but
yeah.
that's your soul telling you to reject it. You feel what I'm saying? Your soul is telling you
Yeah,
to reject what they're saying because it's bullshit. Reject it.
And we're not gonna fucking tolerate it whether you like it or not. Sorry, but it's not gonna
yeah.
happen.
Ain't going.
The most
Right.
ignorant people are going to push that, and it's like we're not going for it.
Yeah, I'll be like,
If
is
it
y'all
was
testing
me,
me?
if it was me and
Bro,
we
you feel me?
having a conversation and I started to drift off somewhere else, I would just be like, you know what? I'm not into it. I gotta go. You feel what I'm saying? And it's
Yeah,
just the honest truth because I have to be honest with myself first before I can be honest with anybody else. Like say if I'm having a conversation with a guy or a girl and they talking about their problems and shit, and I'm not really into it,
yeah,
my soul gonna go somewhere else. I'm bitch, come on now. And then my body gonna follow right behind it because I'm not gonna. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not.
because it's like, dude, I don't want to absorb all your negative energy shit.
Right.
And
I
I'm
got
not
shit.
going to. So what are
Yeah,
you mad for?
yeah.
Yeah, like I don't bitch. Like if I'm
What,
complaining about my problems, I'm
what was
literally at
yours?
my end of the stick, and then there's only certain people that I talk to. I hate
Yes,
somebody who every time they talk to somebody, they gotta say they spiel. Like dog,
exactly.
like it's not
Like
that.
I
Like
can I
man,
can't stand like it, and that's the biggest thing. Especially like I'm just gonna go ahead and get the pothead moment out the way. Like when you want to go burn with somebody, and the only thing they want to talk about is problems. It's like
yeah,
no, getting up. I'm ashing my shit right there. I'm finna go smoke on the
yeah,
porch. Like leave me alone.
Myself.
yeah,
My alone time.
Like
Shit.
I can't
yeah.
deal with that.
Love your
Like a powwow is supposed to be exchanging ideas and energy, not complaining
Right.
about your shit. Like
Not
that.
dropping your fucking negative
Low.
load on me. Like, and
Yeah,
I'm all, like, I don't know. I'm too good of a listener. I'm gonna sit there and listen. I'm gonna chime in. I'm gonna give you like advice. Like I can't just sit there and just not say nothing.
Just
Like,
say it
it's,
once.
yeah.
Just say it once.
yeah.
Just say it
Cause
once.
look,
Because they want to do it so many damn times.
Exactly. Don't
some
keep it going.
some of us are natural problem solvers. So if you come with us with a problem, we're going to want to fix it. So if
Yeah,
you don't
I'm that
really
guy.
want a solution, then don't say nothing.
Right.
Or let me know. Like I'm just wanna just say I want to vent, and do you mind listening?
Right.
So at least I know not to take what you're saying serious.
Yeah.
You know, like
I just want to talk. I just want to talk about it. Let me get it off my shoulders. Okay.
I sit here.
You really want to solve the solution, or you just want to vent?
And then read the room, shit.
Yeah.
Like if I'm vibing, shit, leave me the fuck alone.
Exactly.
Hold up, your natural high, man. Or
yeah, for real. Like that's.
It take a lot to be on a. You know, I'm not. I don't. You know, if you smoke, you smoke. But it take a lot.
That's a natural high too.
In a way.
No way.
Yeah, I'll be like, damn, like, can we? I want to find people.
I'm not going there. I got it on my page. Go check it out.
Okay, like, no, go ahead.
I'll listen. I hit it once. Got somewhere I didn't want to be. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But that's just because I don't smoke whatever. So I try.
It ain't for everybody. It ain't for everybody.
But
I'm bad trip every time. I ain't gonna lie.
Life experience. But let's keep it real. It's not natural. It's not natural.
I can't say that.
Because you a doer.
Because it come out the ground.
No.
Fire was already here too.
Listen, if the chemtrails hit it, it's not natural. When the chemtrails drop into the water, nothing's natural.
Okay, well,
yeah,
I understand that.
We can make all this. Listen, we will get you high, but that still tells you was not as intelligent as you should have been. You feel what I'm saying? So it is what it is. If it gets you high, and you all of a sudden smart ass motherfucker, now you Einstein, it shows you the level of capacity you should have been in, and then you got to get some more.
Yeah.
Natural high is self-ascension. You do it on your own.
Okay, I understand exactly where you're coming from, but that's where I differ. I don't medicate to bring out my. I don't medicate to bring my juices out.
Right.
I medicate so I have peace of mind.
Peace of mind, yeah.
But that's still
that's my relaxation. Like, you know what I'm saying?
If you had a peace of mind, you gotta have that natural control. So no matter how you cover it, it's still no artificial.
Okay, it's still low key.
It's like putting paprika and salt and sugar into your food when it didn't come that way.
Right.
It is what it is. But I ain't not smoking smoke. It's still an herb. You still drink water.
Yeah.
I always wonder why, like, I bad trip whenever I like consume marijuana. It never fails. Like, I just start getting like, I think so much, all the negative shit. It's almost like it breaks a barrier of like. I'm not saying like I block out mentally the bad shit, but like it just breaks that barrier to where everything just floods into my shit. Like every bad thought, every bad situation, how I grew up, everything just floods.
So the question,
like I like feeling high, but why I gotta freak out?
Okay, so with that.
Hey, we used to do that back in the African days. We ain't sitting in those caves for nothing when they said they were burning the so-called burning bush.
Right.
They were burning bud. Let's keep it real.
Mm-hmm. It was.
So I mean, it is what it is. But you know, it just still shows you how high you can naturally get, or how peaceful you can naturally flow if you master your element.
Right. And oh man, it's that you literally just reminded me. When I was on the road a couple hours ago, more than a couple hours ago, probably like 12, 15 hours ago. So I'm medicating, right? I'm doing my thing. The sun is setting, and like I'm basically sun gazing while I'm going down the road. Tell me why I felt like something like was coming into me, like I could feel like pressure, like it went from my eyes and then like kind of came into my neck. Like,
now, was it a positive or a negative? Was you happy or was you upset?
Neither. Like I'm just in a car vibing. So
you felt yourself come in.
Like, I guess that was me then, because it was like right after I looked straight into the sun.
That was your embodiment. Wow.
Like maybe his higher self was coming into
He's the
into
same
it.
way. Because you can eject, like I said earlier, you can eject when you're doing toxic things or whatever, and whatever, you can eject
Right.
at the moment. There's time when people black out when they're about to have a
Yeah,
fight.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Anxiety is a step before you pass out or exit the body. You know what I'm saying? You can when people talking, you ain't interested, you leave.
Man, I'm trying to tell. I'll be floating out that bitch. Yo, what's
you can astral travel. You can astral project. You can dream travel. You can talk telepathically. This is why it's important to have, when people say human to human interaction,
Yes.
Like
Yes.
interaction.
Have y'all ever had astral sex?
No.
Yes,
I don't know.
I had it with my twin flame before I met him. You know what I'm saying? It, for some reason, out of nowhere, all my chakras were just ringing, going to so I was getting closer and closer to purpose.
Yeah.
Life gets better when you get back on that path. I swear to y'all.
I was
manifesting abundance. Like shit will happen out of nowhere. Like you wouldn't even money would be no issue. I swear to you. If you tune, like how you said you embodied yourself or whatever, or you had that experience, you embodied yourself. Your soul went somewhere. You get deja vu from this kind of situation. Deja vu is when your soul went ahead of you because you was doing something other than.
Right.
And then you finally caught up to it. You know what I'm saying?
I get that a lot.
Damn. So yeah, we're gonna have to
I get
chop
them
it
all
up
the time.
offline.
I need to learn how to
Cause I got
Yo, check out my page. I swear, check out my page.
I'm definitely gonna be hitting you up.
Well, I'm good with that. I love it. I love it. You fear no man. You feel me? Before you fear yourself. Okay?
I'm the only person I fear.
You are your own.
Cause I know what I can do to myself.
Well, it get deep. I love it. It can get deep. So let somebody else have the floor. I can go somewhere. I can take you out the body right now.
Yeah, Kim was about to touch on something. She was about to say something.
I my problem as a light being, first off, two things really. I really want to know how I can keep my chakras balanced because sometimes I feel like I don't activate them, and it's annoying. I feel like I don't think I activated them enough, or they probably just didn't open at all. I want to learn how to
like shit ain't working.
Right.
I also want to learn how to I want to learn how to astral project without being scared because I feel like I'm gonna go to a whole different. I feel like instead of astral projecting or astral travel, I'm gonna have sleep paralysis, and I get scared sometimes. So
it's no different from going to sleep. You feel what I'm saying? You'll be happy to go to sleep. Everybody be happy. You gotta sleep more. Master your rest. Master the time. But this is why they say
goodness, yo.
This is why they say babies must go to sleep at a certain time. You must train them. You have to train yourself. You feel me? In order for you to use your mind, you have to enlighten yourself. Don't stop there. Okay, go through your throat. Start speaking your truth. No matter how it sounds, you have to speak what your soul has taught you. And that's how you know you enlightened yourself with it. You are one with it. It has to hear it. You can't tell somebody you physically with next to you how you truly feel, but you can know and understand it with yourself. So then you speak it. Then you go to the heart. You start loving you for who you are, loving you for the knowledge that you receive. It will start to spin. You see what I'm saying? Then you work your way down. Sex is the last thing, not the first. The world has shifted the frequency of base chakra first, then the mind last. And this is why the world is driven by sex, because they're driven in the base chakra. And then nobody knows how to ascend to the gut, the solar plexus. You feel what I'm saying? Nobody knows how to get to their gut feelings. The women do. But then we get to our heart. You feel me? And it's too old.
I feel like y'all start at the gut.
Man, you feel me? Straight from the gut.
Definitely, women are definitely intuitive, but let me tell you, it's equal. Men and women are equal polar opposites to each other. This is why it's important to be of one unison. You see what I'm saying? Male and female balance. You manifested the other half of yourself, which is because no matter what you think you are, in your many lives, you were a man and woman in your many lives. You see what I'm saying? in this lifetime, you are a male or a female. So you must experience this lifetime as such. You know what I'm saying? This is not anything other than your commitment to yourself, your life experiences. How will you learn? You're here. This is a classroom. You're here to learn. You want to go to your next life. You'll miss that. Maybe in your next life you'll be rich because you in this lifetime you learned how it was to be poor. You know what I'm saying? There's levels to it all. So when you've mastered all your elements, you become one with yourself. Okay, some people can master it in a second and you would do stuff like embody yourself again because you've been disconnected for maybe like a day, 2 centuries, who knows? You know what I'm saying? But that feeling right there, it's almost like it's just like
it's a one of those.
It's real and it can happen. When you go to sleep, that realm is real. It's no different from if you have wet dreams, okay? If you dream you're going to the bathroom and you start to urinate in this realm, this shit's real. You die in that realm, you come back to this one. That was an experience. Astral travel, learn how to astral travel. There's plenty of times to astral travel in my room, okay? You do like you don't fall all the way to sleep because then you go to a different realm.
Yeah.
To your.
I call it the light chakra mode when your body is shimmering in the light of the chakras.
And see, I used to do that when I was little.
But see, all this
like
around us is to distract us from our own power. You feel what I'm saying? You could travel and see the ones that that passed on. You feel what I'm saying? I've experienced seeing my grandmother and the other route. She told me, she delivered me a personal message several times. I didn't believe it was her, but when you wake up drained, when you wake up super drained and you just dehydrated, dry, you've had a spiritual interaction using a different round. So always keep some water next to you, you know what I'm saying, and maybe a little candy to balance out that hydration and that sugar. Because if you stay asleep long enough, you can die. You know what I'm saying? You may like the round that you're in. And some people don't wake up. People die in their sleep. It can get that deep, y'all. But it's a beautiful experience when you master it. And you return back to the
that's the key is gaining control, regaining control.
And it's real. And you'll have plenty of experiences along the way. And this is many steps, but you will eventually get there, but you need to get there before your expiration date. You will, when you master it, you will find out your expiration date and when you're gonna die and how you're gonna die.
Oh, can I please speak on that?
Yeah.
Because when I was like 400 pounds, right, I had this like, when I tell you it is the most realistic dream I've ever had in my life. I think I was in a different dimension. I was literally cooking in the kitchen. And I know that there was kids there because there were kids' coats over my banister. I was in a big ass house. For some reason, I had information that I knew. Like, I knew I had a wife. I knew I had kids. I knew that there was people in the house. I didn't see anybody.
You had all the exposition in your mind.
Yeah, like, I knew what was going on, but I was just cooking. And then I had a heart attack while I was cooking and I died. And I remember seeing like I had to be like 68. I think that's the number that always popped in my head. And it was like my face on this video game type screen, like hologram. And it kept flashing from my face to my skull. And it was like flames, like I had died, like I had lost a video game.
So it was two things that happened. You either experience a past life. To alter this, you must change something. It was, like Christmas after past when when the spirits come and they show you your good and bad.
Right. Yeah.
That's real, and you experience that in some way, shape, or form. So the message is you needed to get that. You needed to get a message out of that. It was a message from your higher self or your guide, which is your solar family, your spiritual family that has not yet manifested or has already manifested in past.
Yeah.
Okay. It just pretty much gave you a heads up if it's your future or if, because they're going to answer you. Now that you ask that question, they're going to answer you. Okay?
Right.
Don't look for it, though. Don't look for it, but it will come. Because we got to be mindful how we speak.
Yeah, because I mean that happened like a year. That happened a year ago, and like right around that time, that's when I was like getting real into my spirituality, and I was. It was almost like a rebirth going on. Like that was around the time I had death standing over me at night, and I would always have like these spiritual situations going on where I heard like voices. And when I say death, I mean literally the deepest, darkest black you can think of used to literally just stand over me while I was laying down every single night, just watching me. Never touched me, never went towards me, but it would always just watch me. And I'm like,
Brooding.
I knew I was on my way out of here. I knew it. And I kind of was asking for death though. Like at that time, I didn't want to be here. And it was like everything in my life was causing it to not for me not to make it, you know? And I had to tell myself, okay, I'm here for a higher purpose. I need to change. And then that's when all this information, that's when I like was really got into Young Pharaoh, and I started buying books, and I started just exercising. And that's when I stopped eating meat, and everything just happened. Like as soon as I said, no, I have a higher purpose.
Yeah, as soon as you changed your willpower, what happens is gaining your power back, you start gaining life. Because, like you said, giving and exchanging energies is important. People can take your life energy away from you by draining you with BS. All the stuff we see around us can drain us. People are drained, they are lost. To get your power back is to say, yes, I choose to live, but not unconsciously. I choose to live consciously and righteously. You know what I'm saying? And you gain that power back. Yes, death sits over all of us. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Every day, all night, good and evil. They watching us. As we speak right now, you feel what I'm saying? If you feeling like goosebumps around you, and you feeling like you gotta look over your shoulder a couple times, yes, they're being watched.
Yeah.
You're being watched. And people need to understand that you're always being watched. So put on your best behavior.
Yeah.
Because yes, they're gonna hit you with a clue. You're either gonna see it on TV, you're gonna see it. Temptation's gonna be there because this is just the round we in. But it is you who need to overcome temptation. You're being tested every day, all day, every second, every minute, every hour. Look at it like that. Okay? Your friends are not your friends. Your parents are not your parents. When they're on a toxic lane, you must let them go. If you love them, you let them go.
I was in a very toxic relationship at that time. I can't stunt and lie and say you ain't right on. You hitting the nail on the head right there. I was definitely in a toxic situation around that time.
It's important to learn to read the energies around you, because then you will know who to duck and dodge. Then you will know who to put the shield up for and who to let it down for. Because some people put their shield up but don't let it back down, because then they start to trust no one. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
I walk up to the most demonic person, and they should never have the power. You feel me? To get inside, you can act tough, but you have to be tough on a spirit level. You have to be truly tough by being shielded. But you gotta have control of that. When you lose the willpower, you lose control, and other outside energies will control you, like your guardians or your good side, your bad side, your ego or your soul.
Right. Now, do either one of you feel like doing a tarot reading? There's somebody in the chat asking, are you guys going to do a general reading today? Or is that energy not
Well, I'm warped.
Yeah.
I don't even know. I had these in my hand when you asked that question.
Okay, well, that's divine.
Set it up.
And since I know you be on it, so
I do that every time. So you can go ahead and say what you gotta say while I'm shuffling. This is new, mind you.
New. Yeah. The same. Well, somebody had asked, can we touch on psychedelics? I've never took shrooms, but I really, really want to. Like,
I wanted to try them, but
me too.
I've never.
Anything stronger than that, I can't see myself.
I wouldn't even know how to ask for it. Like, you got like
you got the shrooms.
I feel like they probably think I was a cop or some shit. Like nigga, you trying to give me
Get me roped off, bro.
Yeah.
I had a friend who my ex, his friend actually gave my brother a mushroom. You feel me? And probably the best
all it took was a cap.
But anyway, this is what it is.
Listen, until I'm comfortable enough to ask about it, ask for it, I probably ain't. Because I swear I feel goofy as hell right now. Like, hey, bro, you got some of them, they be like, get the fuck out of here. Like, you playing games.
It's a beautiful experience, y'all. Don't be afraid of it because they feed off your fear.
See, I have to do it with a group of people that I rock with, and that we can like cycle the energy. Like me by myself, I probably get to thinking about bad shit like I do with weed. So it would definitely have to be like in a group setting, like.
And that's another thing, Studi. Do you know whether it's sativa or indica that you intaking, or it's just any kind of weed?
Honestly, I don't know. Maybe that I should start asking.
Because that's got a big factor.
I've never not had it though. Like,
okay.
whether it was mid or like hot, like it don't matter. I've always had it.
But did it make you drowsy or did it make you live white?
It doesn't make me drowsy. I just get to thinking.
Because I've heard. Because I wanted to try the what do you call it? Sativa or whatever.
Sativa.
Yeah, I wanted to try that because I don't.
Yeah, that's for your head.
Well, I needed something to numb the body because my
you need indica.
I start to think, right? And it could be the most positive shit. But within 5 minutes,
you just circled your way to the depths.
I'm like, I'm in the bullshit. And I just wake up like, oh, and I'll laugh and I'm like, I'm thinking too much. But like, it's just, I don't know what it is, yo. I think it's just, I always think like maybe it's just touching on stuff that I'm trying to suppress. But I should have been over that shit by now. Like that shit, like that's crazy. And it wasn't always like that. Like when I was younger and when I first started smoking, because I used to smoke all the time. Like I was a pothead at one point. I never did that, but it's like as I get older, I guess, as more and more stuff happen, I guess that's just I don't know.
Yeah, it might be something psychological, and then
but it could be a demon attached. That's all.
Yeah, like maybe the wrong people handling it or some shit.
Oh,
like,
that's crazy you say that too, because certain people I'll burn with, I don't even feel nothing.
Yeah,
like,
bro.
Like I just be there.
Some people carry that dark energy over them. You gotta remember, like people that not saying y'all stressed out for smoking, but some people really smoking it because they stressed out.
Mm-hmm.
So they stressed out for a reason, which means they don't want to face their demons, but the demons don't go away.
Right.
And you know what? I'm an empath. I don't know if people just be talking, but I know for sure I'm an empath because I always absorb people's energies. Like it just don't matter. So I think maybe thank y'all for saying that, because that kind of makes sense. That if my natural mental blocks are open because I am in a higher state of mind, then all that energy is rushing in. Like all that negative energy.
This is why they tell you, this is why some people say be careful when you open your third eye. Okay? When you open your third eye, you have to be able to control what comes in and out. You are the controller. When they scaring you because they making you think the outside control you, you have the will to say no. Always say no to what energy you feel is toxic. Deny it. Its power. Deny the access. If you fear it, it's going to take over you. It's going to just because you're giving away your will.
Yes. So, and a good example of that is the movie Monsters, Inc. They used to harvest scream for energy.
And that's an adrenochrome symbolism.
Yes. Yes.
Like, that's some sick ass shit, right? and we grew up. I grew up loving that movie.
Yes, boy, who you telling?
That symbolism
crazy, bro.
I think I'm finished. I did a 3-card reading. I know it took long, but
No, do your thing.
Okay.
Yep, do you take time.
This is a new deck, so I'm kind of, what the frig is this? Get the hell out. Okay. I got the Page of Swords in reverse, the Page of Pentacles, and I have the King of Pentacles in reverse. Once again, this is a new deck. I'm looking at the symbolism. So, and mind you, I guess this, would you consider this a past, present, future kind of thing? Or whoever's out there ready for whoever needs to be.
We have been dabbling in the past, present, future kind of.
Okay. I mean, the Page of Swords in reverse. What is that? I'm really trying to figure out what's going on.
Is it a negative type of?
It's just what I'm getting. It's more of an up and down thing. Somebody was going through something in their head in the past, maybe overthinking. Maybe they were just like not figuring out where they wanted to be. They're letting something get to their head a little too much. They probably overcame that because they got the Page of Pentacles. They were starting off great in the physical world, when it comes to mapping out whatever they wanted to be in life. And then I feel like they probably made in the future, they might have to think about where they're going once they start whatever they're doing when it comes to their physical, their genital world, because it can backfire. Don't be so, what's the word? I'm looking like when it comes to being a king in the Pentacles. What's a negative keyword? I don't want to say, well, part of me wants to say selfish, maybe. God, let me look at the.
Don't be so.
No, mind you, this is a new. I'm looking at the symbolism, so it's like.
Are you saying like don't be so ignorant to the surroundings of that person? Is that a good definition?
What I'm getting is just somebody who was just a very, very God, man. I'm trying to put the pieces together. When I do 3-card readings, I have a story. So I'm trying to do this I'm not prepared. I just did this, okay?
Well, no rush.
Off the dome.
Exactly. I'm going off the dome.
You gotta open up.
Yeah.
You gotta open up. Open up.
I'm trying, but I don't want to like I have a weird thing of not trying to sound stupid. I don't know why I'm like that. I just want to make sure whoever's getting this message, they got it right. Like I take this seriously. So doing this off the dome, and I'm live in front of whoever's looking at this.
It's 1,000 people watching. No, I'm just kidding.
You know what? Past, present, future. Whatever the indecisive. I wouldn't say indecisive. I don't think that's the right word at all on this one. I just see selfishness. You're starting off figuring out what you wanted to where you wanted to wherever you wanted to go, wherever you wanted to be when it comes to your physical reality, trying to turn that into something that could have been realistic. It worked out at first, but then it backfired because it wasn't your path. You probably went too hard, you went too fast. It just wasn't for you, and you're trying to push something that's just not for you anyways. And then or if you did have it, you're very selfish. You don't know how to give. You just have this. You have everything, but you don't want to give back. Or maybe it just backfires on you. All the things you've had, you lost it now. You don't have it. Because you took probably a horrible route. You used that good to something that wasn't too good. So rethink your decisions. I don't want to. It's not indecisiveness. What he said.
I feel like you're talking to me, and I don't appreciate it.
So I am saying something right. I don't know. I'm looking at holding a piece of cake and wine and he has animals, but so it's like I just see this. Oh, he has the nice things, but he's not being very giving. He has, or maybe, he lost it because of whatever path he took in his physical realm, or her. I don't know. I see it's a man. It's men, like on this in the picture. So I'm just using that, but it's like. Maybe you probably knew this, but you did it anyway.
Okay. Okay.
I'm not trying to target you, but I guess
I'm feeling it though. I ain't gonna lie.
if he resonates, then it's a message for him.
What was that? Hold on.
If he resonates with it could be for him as well. But energies, some people walk together and just don't know who they are. So he could resonate with someone in the chat. They probably on the same frequency.
Yeah, exactly. So whoever watches this in the future, that's what I'm focused on. I want to make sure this is like, they actually feel this. But man, do I need to draw again? Do I need to do this again? Because I feel like I'm unclear. I don't want this to be I don't like
because I did okay. While she doing that, I did lose everything before I'm in the situation where I'm in now. I literally had the car, I had a nice job and everything. I had I ain't trying to stunt, but I had girls. I was just, and I just lost everything. Like my car broke down. I ain't living where I was living no more. I'm in a whole nother state, all that shit. So when she's saying this, I'm like, well, damn, I got to self-respect.
Well, damn.
What I was doing. What was I doing?
Well, damn. Hell no.
That's not your bad. That's not your bad. Nobody's telling you can't have a car, but your reason for using the car.
I was on bullshit.
Your intention.
Okay, the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Dang, man. It's just the people that it's affecting you. It's affecting the people. It could be affecting the people around you. Or the goal, or whatever goal that it is that you're looking for. Yeah, it's just oh man, how do I? Because let me look at it upward real quick. You have a family, everything's working out. The people around you are happy. In reverse, of course, it's the opposite. It's just it could be affecting, or maybe you believe that whatever decision you're going to take is going to affect everybody. I'm trying to put this at a positive note because I don't like to just give a tarot and not. Should I do an oracle? Let's see here.
I love oracles. They always to the point.
Yeah, facts.
So that's why I'm thinking there has to be
a spirit.
I'm an oracle reader. I love reading oracles. That tarot.
Tarot just bites you in the ass, and then you have hi, Christy. It just bites you in the ass sometimes. It's just like it's affecting you. It could be also affecting everybody around. Okay, I'm gonna just say this: when you get to wherever you need to be, okay, don't be selfish. You have to try to give to people that you want, that people that need it. Maybe not one, but people that need it. Just don't be selfish. Make sure everybody else is okay too when they need it. You don't want to be taken advantage of either. You got people that would just be like, oh, hey, I need this, and they go do something completely different. You don't want to do that. That's a fear. That's why most people who have money or have something don't want to hang around people that don't have anything, because they're just going to be like, you at the table, they expect you to pay for the whole damn table. No, you know what I mean? So I'm going to do a work your light oracle. Don't be so naive. Okay, that just flew the fuck out.
I love when it happens.
I love when they fly out like that.
Yeah.
It's like, hey.
Okay, so it's have some. Okay, I got just that little niggle feeling. What's that feeling? What's in you that's trying to tell you something? It could be a spirit guide that's trying to warn you something. It could be anything that could possibly tell you something about whatever situation it is. Mind you, it's if I'm looking at the symbolism, she's going within and she has two people behind her, moon, sun, trying to tell her something. You know, there's clouds. It's like a very airy energy. You have the Page of Swords. Your what's going on up here. You know, you got to think about what's going on here that's affecting you up here. What's going on? I'm gonna keep going with your light. I'm going off the dome. This is very, very nerve wracking. I'm not gonna lie, because it's just like, oh god. Any thoughts so far? The silence is.
No, you got the floor.
Yeah, you got the floor.
Perspective right now.
Right.
I hate that so much. Okay, so it's called Where Are You Being Called to Journey To? You have 2 pages. Pages is literally, the page is like you starting a journey. You know, you have page, you're starting something. The knight, I believe you got everything down packed. Then you got the queen, where you took a step forward to what you knew more. Then you have the king. That's like, oh, you mastered it. So page is like, you're starting at these 2, Page of Pentacles, Page of Swords, you know. Oh man. Where are you being called to journey to? So you got a lot, I guess you just have a lot of thinking to do. A lot of decisions you have to make to get to where you need to be. Because something is trying to tell you something. Whatever it is, you gotta call on somebody. It could be your higher self. It could be you. You gotta go within whatever you gotta do to get to where you want to be. So you're not affecting whatever it is in your life in the future, as well as others. You know, you're a lot more important than you. I guess I feel like I have to say that, but you're a lot more important than you think you are. It could just be you not trusting yourself in the future. It could be just, you know, you don't feel like you're worthy of whatever you want. You did it, but you feel like you're not worthy with what you want either. But you are. Everybody deserves the best. So don't ever do that to yourself. That's not good whatsoever. This might be my last one, and then I'm out. I'm done. this is very. I hate negative tarot readings. I like to leave things on a positive note.
It's only negative if somebody wants to ignore the lesson in it, you know.
Right. So I guess this is a message right here: releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. So maybe there's something out there that you just did not let go, and you didn't let it go, and you think you can carry this energy with you and think something's gonna change. It's not gonna do anything. It's gonna put you back in this loop. There's something that you gotta let go. So go withinward and figure it out what it is you need to let go to get to where you want to be. You know, how do I put this? I hate doing off the dumb things. This is so hard. Oh man.
You're doing good.
I want to do a YouTube channel. I can't, but it's just you cannot move forward if you're going to carry a weight with you. It's just not going to work. I guess that's just all I have to say about that. It's just not going to work. You have to become the best thing you could possibly be. You have to release. I mean, if you want to go into astrology, what's your north and your south node? You tap into your north node as much as you can. Learn learn the lesson that your past self wants you to learn in this lifetime to get to where you need to be. Your north node is your soul goal. Okay, that's the energy you got to transition to get to where you want to be. So it's not affecting you and maybe the others around you. Don't be so. I guess the key word is just trust yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. Go withinward as much as you can. Your soul has to heal before anything else, in my opinion. I mean, that's what I go by. Okay? But that's it. I don't know. This is overwhelming. I can't just do it out there.
That was a really good reading, yo. That was fire. Okay, this was an amazing conversation. I could talk all fucking night, but I know people got shit to do, and we've been banging on for 3 hours. This was amazing energy. Shout out to everybody who came in. Shout out to everybody who's still rocking with us, especially in the chat, and who came and spent their time on here from the panel. There is a couple of announcements that I would like to make, but first, please check this out. This is an example of one of the merch that we have. Presidential orange is various colors and everything. This is a woman's large. We do men and women. Blue actually purchased one of the hoodies, and he rocked that out, and I really appreciate him. And yeah, they're $15.
And that scarf is the perfect size too.
Thank you. Yeah, we're going to be doing socks, scarves. We got shirts and we got hoodies. The socks will only be $5 for 2 pair. Peace. $5 for 2 pair. We got the shirts for $15. We got the hoodies for $30 and the scarves for $15. And I get the best material I can, and I make sure that they're really nice and fine with the detail. And if you aren't satisfied, I always resend a new one for free. So I'm not out here scamming or nothing like that. What is the money used for? The money is used to make sure that I can get the books for more knowledge, so I can teach everybody and have more rounded knowledge on what I'm talking about, because I love to learn and I love to know exactly what I'm talking about. So if you guys ever have questions, I can actually answer them accurately. Also, you know what? I'm not going to share the screen because it always mess up, but the Patreon is up. The Patreon is Who Asked You Podcast Study Hall, where I do extended lectures on what we've already talked about. Because, we're 4 seasons in, baby. So it's nothing but content and information. And on top of the content and information that we have already divulged on, I want to expand them. And there are no less than 100 slides on each drop. And it'll be just $10 a lesson, because I didn't want to do a monthly thing, because I don't know how consistent and how much on schedule I can push them out, because like I said, I love to give information, but I want to give the right information. So I'm only charging at the lowest $10 a lesson with that. And what else did I want to say? Oh, look out for Comet Fest 2020. It'll be held in East Columbus.
Sir.
It is going to be amazing. It's a black marketing event. We will have vendors. We will have speakers. I will be teaching live. Kim will be teaching live, and we will have it'll be so many activities. It is a non-alcoholic event. There will be children activities. It'll be great. It's supposed to just be a community event, and we're supposed to be expanding once the first one happens in East Columbus throughout the Midwest and even more. So be on the lookout for that. We need more money for more activities for the children, but a lot of it is already secured. So just be on the lookout for that. I want to start from Blue, and then Boss, and then the Queen. Essence, please tell the people where they can find y'all, and if there's any services that y'all have that y'all would like to put out for the people.
Well, I had just recently put out a project with one of my great family members, King Tut. T.O. Toady as in Toady Gate. Song 5 track. On Blue Guard, Hoshi got everywhere. On Instagram, I'm me_sir_.
And the music is fire. Those who did not tune into the last episode, the most fire song was featured on the playlist, and he's number 1. And it is so fire. Not because he's my personal friend, but when I rock with somebody cold and I know they cold, I always push them out. So please check.
Tell me my shit trash. I want to know.
No, that shit fire. All right, Boss, what you got to tell the people?
Yeah, man. Y'all be saying my name wrong. First off.
All right, how you like to be?
Boss is acronym. It's BOS. Brother of Success. That's what I mean.
Okay.
But BOS Finesse. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. BOS_Finesse. I'm on iTunes, on my music, on all platforms. I'm on Spinrilla, everything like that. I'm being more active with my music. So it's a lot of stuff I'm finna start putting out. I got like 4 mixtapes out already. But yeah, y'all can follow me on the platforms. Check me out, man.
Most deaf. Essence, what do you want to tell the people?
Well, thank you for having me on. Okay.
No problem.
But you can follow me on my page here. I do have an Instagram. All that information will be on my page in my description. Check out my videos. You know what I'm saying? Support the community. And it's Essence, not Sense Tarot. Some people say Sense Tarot. You know, it's Essence. You know. I know it's sense, but you gotta, it's a mind game kind of thing.
Yeah.
My divine gave to me. But before that, I was She So Godly out there. But right now, this is my business page, my tarot, Essence Tarot. So just go check out my information and my page. All that's there. Instagram, Facebook, all that. I can't do stuff here. But all that's there. If you want to book a reading, all that information is there. My email and everything. I'm not gonna make it too long. But I do appreciate y'all for having me.
No problem. Your energy was much appreciated. Kim, is there anything you like to say as we close?
My name on Instagram is right here, Kiki Akhenaten. And then I have another page where I just do simply just tarot. It's Kiki Aken Tarot. Okay, so I hope that's clear. I like to do tarot readings and oracle readings. You can follow me on both. That's pretty much all I have. I'm very tired. I'm sorry for the energy is so low.
Yeah.
So man.
But we've been rocking for 3 hours. I will make sure that sooner than later, I will put everybody who came here. I'm pretty sure they got their own channel. So I want to make sure in the description, I link everybody's channel because BOS Finesse, I know he got his own music channel in Blue Regard for sure. And Essence Tarot, I know because I'll be in your, I'll be in your comment section trying to learn something. So I definitely want y'all to link up with them. Make sure that y'all like, share, and subscribe their pages as well. And like always, let's leave with love and light. Peace.